We're live.
Hello! Welcome to Water Under the Bridge. This is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition game where we play old school modules from past game systems from like the 80s, 90s. I don't know, I haven't kept track of a timeline, but converted to Pathfinder 2nd Edition and set in the homebrew campaign setting of Andarin. Woo! All right.
You got it.
That's my part.
Also, Marco, it was set to private. It is live.
Oh.
Our first TikTok video, fam, it's live. Route 66 on TikTok. If you use that, that spyware, no big deal.
What's a TikTok?
What's a talk?
Nothing wants a TikTok with you.
Have you ever been Chinese?
No.
I liked Ashlow's answer. Yeah, banter.
That was my banter.
That was it. Let's move on.
Is it that's it? You know what? Love it. It's short. It's pithy. Let's move on.
My excitement. Come on.
I liked
it
it.
was good. I was being sincere. I liked it.
Confetti.
It
Balloons.
was efficient.
Things.
And I
anyone's-
didn't say anything bad. You're
weird.
welcome, Marco.
What's going on?
Nexor, whoever you are today.
Whoever.
Next,
You can
If
talk
Marco was
about-
editing these videos, I think it would look different.
You can talk about pee-pee, you just can't call it anything but pee-pee.
Beep beep poo poo.
Yeah, pee-pee poo-poo.
I was
That's
gonna
fine.
say it if Ava didn't.
Okay.
Yeah. Music today. Provided by Michael Gelfi Studios, Tabletop RPG Music, McRow Music. Let's. Wait, are we really doing this?
Yes. Because we're back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Welcome back. So let's talk about what's been going on. Our party of heroes, the Valkyrie, are in the Elemen Desert, the so-called Desert of Desolation, in search of the 5th of 5 legendary star gems that hold the power to recover the Archmage Martek's sphere of power and at last defeat the Dark One Calatharius, who threatens the entire world with an age of ash and death.
Oh.
I know where that was going. You are in the cursed City of Stone, Medinot Muskawoon, a place that you're learning via the ancient storytelling method of ghosts and apparitions was abandoned, forsaken to starve. The people mobbed the last of the caravans, and then eventually there was nothing, and they died. And now the city lies here, amid a sea of glass, in ruins, stone, and silence. You found a riddle that suggested where the 5th star gem is, you followed up on the riddle and have solved most of it, at least you think. You've acquired a means of flight. You have collected the tears of a friend. You have prioritized cleanliness by recovering 14 golden bathtub drain caps, which connect one to the next. And the final piece, you believe, resides in a temple to Prometheus. And as it is now 5 a.m., almost 5, it is exactly one combat round from 5:01.
Oh,
Following
that's
a night
very
of
specific.
phantasms, haunts, and uneasy sleep. The sun is not yet risen. Valkyrie, what do you do as you
Wake up!
you awaken in the ruins of an old stone tavern, surrounded by a very new, very delightful, enchanted cottage?
Everybody wake up! Time to go!
Oh,
I'm awake. Okay.
just a moment, Cora. You okay, Medora?
I will be. Are you okay?
I actually slept well, thank you.
Oh, right. Medora, did that yoga help you?
I have never stretched like that before, and I intend to never again.
Oh no, you will.
What was I
I
Yeah,
saying?
think
it's
I
very good
prefer
for you.
the. I think I prefer the weapons training I did with Selene. More
I'm
my
sure
style.
you do.
Oh, okay. Cora
Throw
walks off
something
sadly.
at Marco, whatever is closest to hand.
I'll just get some breakfast ready, I guess.
What's a good desert fruit? I imagine like you guys are really quick like having breakfast. What's a good travelable fruit?
A banana.
Dates?
Pineapples.
Always.
Banana doesn't travel well.
Actually,
got it.
apples.
Apple's great.
Dates.
It's in a case.
Dates are a good
Egg?
one.
Actually,
Well,
you're
like
right.
dates,
Probably like some
apples
dates.
actually like last a really long
Apples
time. The
aren't too
apples that
bad.
we get like
And I know
in the
lemons and
store
limes can be found. A lot of
are
citrusy.
like
I
a year
love
old
eating a
already.
lemon on the way to the desert.
I didn't know you could find apples in the desert. I mean, obviously in like a bazaar, but like I didn't know you could grow them.
Well, like
Anyway,
they
sorry,
last.
I digress.
No, they literally last for like forever. Like the ones we get in the store are like a year old already.
We can say, Myth, pick your favorite desert fruit that you can just chuck at him.
Pineapples.
What is
Little
this
pineapple wedge,
exploding
or like
one?
the-
Amens.
The rind of it.
I would just probably throw, I don't know, have we got any coconuts or like palm fruits?
Coconut
Probably a
would
little
be-
bit of.
Coconut gets launched across the room at Marco, but it's very just playful launching, not with any intent.
No, Medora, next time you aim your arm right here and you will get him in the groin.
Oh, okay. Noted. Just makes the like. I'm watching you, and then starts to pack up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We
need
need
to
to go
be there
get
at dawn.
fire.
Seeing
We need
What
to
was
be
that?
there at the right moment.
Okay.
seeing what Myth put in chat reminded me. Make sure all of you use your daily preparations button that has been handily added to your character sheet. So
Where
that, like,
has
you,
it been
ye
added?
fighters can have your combat flexibility, and ye
Next
spellcasters can.
Next to the bed.
There's a
it's
cup of
it's
tea,
a cup of
Ashley.
tea.
You
It's
should
my
have-
favorite button.
It's just for you. They made it special for you.
Why, when I click it, does it default to dried mutton? Do not consume any. Or
I
consume
think it just
49.
picks food. I think it's picking food out that, like, you don't actually have to pick
Consume
what food you're
49.
eating. But that is neat that it's letting you pick food out of your inventory.
Oh, I mean, wow. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to do the
have to.
hyper specific stuff. all you've got to do is the core. I think for you, it's just your combat flexibility.
Yeah, I don't really know how it works on the character sheet, so I'll figure that out at another time.
It should automatic, like the button will do it for you.
Well, it says I have
Once
to
you choose it,
search
it'll-
through all class feats, so I can't remember how
Yeah.
what I can.
Okay,
choose
well,
from,
that's
so
not
I'll-
right.
Yeah, so I'll
Remind me to revisit that between games.
Yeah.
Mine is just being snarky about Marco not having anything to prep, so you didn't need to press the button when you pressed.
Wait, it has built-in sarcasm?
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh my god,
So do I.
10 out of 10. It's so good. Fair. Okay. Well, we'll call it. Yeah, you know what? I'm fine with saying, 5 a.m. you've already is like, since you wanted to be there before dawn, we could say this is after your daily preparations. So you've all sort of packed up your things. Now what?
We head to the Temple of Ra.
No, Prometheus.
Right, Prometheus.
Well,
Well, it's
whoever-
labeled
as
as
usual,
Temple of Ra. Isn't it that it right there?
that's a different temple.
This one, 10.
Prometheus number 10.
Why did we bury the links here? Okay.
Because that's
Because
where we
that's
get
where
to
we're
take the fire.
going.
Okay, that's right. Gotta get the fire first.
Whoever is currently the acting party leader is who
Okay.
controls the token. So Cora is leading the way.
What? Okay.
I'm making you in
Also,
charge of the
remember,
party
everyone
tokens
should have
so that we
3
don't
mythic
dump-
points.
Oh,
You
yeah.
hear that? I'm the party leader, so fall in line. She marches this way.
I'm the party leader now.
2,
Okay.
3, 4.
It's not a very long walk. And as usual, it's eerily quiet. As you walk, though, you do notice a trio of glass runner skiffs riding in along the narrows.
Tordos?
No, on the glass.
Oh.
They don't seem to notice you, and with all the rubble, it's easy for you to sort of duck down. You see them though, sailing into the sea, the central glass lake, and sort of doing like a perimeter along the esplanade.
Sure, that's fine.
Them being skeleton pirates, of course. I probably should mention that. But it's probably fine. They don't disembark. It seems like they're just looking. What do you do? Do you continue into the Temple of Prometheus?
I look
Yeah.
back.
Quickly. I don't look back.
Ooh.
Quickly, you guys step up the various steps. You know what? It's been a while. I should probably tell you a little bit, reiterate what this place actually. Do you want a reiteration of what you see here, or is the map
Yes.
sufficient? Would you say?
Words, please.
Wait, which one? Okay. Brilliant white against the growing light. A columned temple stands amid the surrounding desolation. 20 slim columns support a low pitched roof, only 30 feet above a simple platform. The main floor is gained by climbing 4 deep steps on the north, south, or west sides. There's a 20-foot wide central aisle which runs east to west. The eastern end completely the eastern end, not and, completely closed by a wall pierced in the center by a single 12-inch diameter window 6 feet above the floor. A simple iron brazier stands in the central aisle towards the rear of the building. And on the floor, resting near the wall, is the lens that Ithri made yesterday. at this point, because you guys were kind of careful, it's about 5:20 a.m.
We'll start getting the lens. I don't remember if we went over this when it happened. Is the lens good enough quality to sit in place that it should be, or would it have to be finangled at time of use?
So that's a great question that I should have thought about when you rolled the crafting check. You don't happen to remember 30 years ago when you rolled that how you did, do you?
Feel like
Let's
you
say I
slipped.
rolled a 30.
I remember what he got.
That sounds about right, honestly.
59.
I would say if it was a consideration that you put in, you could smash out the remaining remnants of glass in the window and slot your new one in and
Okay.
seal it.
Ithri will start doing that.
What's everyone else doing?
Leaning against the pillar.
Helping
Uh,
Ithri.
Actually, Cora, can I use some band-aids like right here?
What? Where?
Like she points to like she'll pull up her sleeve and point at the bruises like that are like hand wraith shaped. Like
Oh. Yeah? Okay.
Cora's not
Bruise
still
is a
dressed
very
like
gentle
wraith, is
word
she?
to use.
Are they
for
actually
these
bruises?
handprints. What they are is necrotized flesh.
Do I need to debride this wound so it can heal properly?
I believe that was already done. Like that's part of. I'm assuming that was part of like going through
They're like
some healing and
necrotic-
rest.
Okay.
What's left
Okay.
over is like the scars of it, and like it's still peeling really bad, and it's probably tender.
Put some new bandages on it, yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
just am missing 11 health points, and I know I still have stamina, but you know when your max is 41, you know you're a little
How are
Little
you still
tender.
missing health?
drained.
Oh my god, you must have been really fucked up yesterday.
Yeah, I was drained 3.
Yeah. So where I'll do a treat wounds.
Okay.
Marco, you should help him.
Oh, sure. Do you need a hand, Monsieur Ithri?
Yes, please.
Damn it.
Right, hold it. I make sure there's no glass in that bit, and hold this corner.
Well, since we're not there corners on the lens.
Okay. You guys, I would say in this instance, especially. Oh, Cora already rolled anyway.
Oh, sorry.
Did you target her and use
Could have gotten away with it.
the macro so
I
that it
sure
would actually
did.
heal the hit points?
I surely did. Do you not
Only
believe
see the-
me?
I only
It's-
see
it's
the
not in chat.
success.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
You can't
chat
see it?
Chat isn't auto-scrolling for me.
still borked, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, not your fault. Not your fault.
I'll roll it again. Because I didn't
Well,
like that
I
roll
was-
anyway.
It was a success.
Not good
What
enough.
do you mean?
That's much better.
Can you see that?
Yeah, but it still didn't roll the hit points.
It
There
did.
they
Yeah.
are. There they are.
13, yeah.
I don't see them.
Oh, I could see the first one
So be
too.
patient. Please be patient with me. There is a strange bug going on. I don't know what is causing it, but I will look into it. Some chat messages are not being displayed to me though. Okay. So as this is going on, like Cora sort of changing Seleni's bandages, Marco and Ithri working on the lens. Well, I'm gonna actually say. Does anyone remember what time I said it was keyed to? It was like
Really
11
near
a.m.
to 6 a.m. It was like
Same.
6 something.
it was like 10 after 6, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Sure.
Something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and sort of start fast forwarding toward that. As we get to 6:05, 6:06, you can see the sun rising. It's just starting to pass through the lens, but it's not like positioned quite right. You just see like light starting to hit the brazier.
Is there enough
Does
stuff
anyone
in
do
the
anything?
to catch fire? Does it need additional
Well-
wood or torches?
I don't know.
Uh,
How's it look, GM?
I think we checked
Actually,
it last time.
there is not much in the brazier right now.
okay.
Let's throw some extra. Let's make a bonfire.
Well,
Do we have torches?
because we need to carry the fire with us as well, don't we?
Hmm.
I believe Ithri has like. No, he doesn't. I take it back. Does
I
anyone have
think-
any torches?
I have torches, I think.
Okay, I've got candles.
I think we want something bigger than candles.
I mean, they
I
carry
will
fire.
never get tired of old school adventures burning you guys for your over reliance on magical lighting.
Astel, how much is a lantern worth? Like an oil lantern?
Not much. Oh, Key has torches.
I knew that there were some torches in the party. I thought Ithri had
He
them,
has
but-
5 torches.
Throw
He
'em
doesn't
in,
want to
Key.
share them.
Well,
How windy is it? Are we likely to have torches go out as we walk?
Torches are pretty resilient. Like, it'd have to be like a storm for wind to blow out a torch. I would say it seems fine at present.
Okay.
The air is very still here.
I also have incense.
I have a loot that might burn.
Oh, this is
No.
incense of distilled death. We probably shouldn't just burn that one.
Look,
I'll keep that.
if Monsieur Carrick has torches, why are we still discussing what are we
No,
gonna burn?
I was just.
How many torches do we need?
I've
If it
got
starts
5.
going out, we'll just light another one on the one, so we can
Let's-
keep carrying it.
Let's
Okay.
put a few in there to light the fire, and then have 2 just in case.
Okay, Key. Put 3 in there.
Unless anyone's got
Are
any
you
other
just
timber. Is
using-
there any other bits of timber around that we could burn?
Oh yeah.
In fact, so
there's-
Ithri's going to start doing. If there is timber around, we'll make a bonfire and not just burn
Sure.
torches. I presume there wasn't. for some
you
reason.
you load a bit of firewood into the brazier. Getting these torches ready to light. I'll leave it to you. Are you still going to use 2 torches?
Yes.
I will deduct 2. And then you wait, and it's sort of tense. Well, you've all seen the Indiana Jones scene. You know what I'm talking about. As the light like starts to go through the lens, and you can see like the little dot on the floor moving across the floor,
Is the music getting intense?
and then suddenly, oh, you know it, so tense. You're just gonna have to imagine it though, because music not included. Music sold
Oh.
separate.
That's all I'm doing.
Not that one. No, not that.
That's the wrong song.
I know.
A little bit of smoke begins to emanate from the wood.
What's happening? I think.
And then the
Cora's just
smoke,
peeking over.
like you can see little embers start, and then it catches, and the brazier begins to burn. But as the fire burns, there's sort of like, what do you call that? Is it a corona? Like the light the light ring around a light source that you begin to see around the brazier, as it seems to give off a light far brighter than flame.
Would have been great for the race.
And you see, yes, it would have. I mean, spoiler alert. What? You see that the flame, as it crackles, has hints of blue and even green wrapped in the flames.
Careful, that looks more hot than normal.
Well, Cora will reach forward and grab a torch that's on
Okay.
fire with it.
Yeah.
Huh?
You might as well take one as well if there's another one available, because
He had 5.
Is it like
So-
does it still look like that on the torch or?
Yes, and in fact, as you light it, instead of Key giving you a torch, I'm just deleting them from them because each of you lighting one may add an ever-burning torch.
Oh shit!
This torch will never go out.
I mean, oh heck!
How do you stow one of
Uh,
those?
Put it in your
Put
pocket.
them in my ear.
Yeah, so the normal ever-burning torch does not give off heat. These do. So that's a you
Ooh.
problem.
Great.
Maybe not something you're going to take with you for very long.
Wait, I know where I can put it. I'll put it in my sleeve.
Haskell, where do
You-
we find this?
You know
torch
that
thing?
still burns. What's that?
In my
Never
sleeve?
mind, found it.
Is there stuff in
Oh.
your sleeve that can burn?
Not anymore.
Yeah, well, it's an extra dimensional space, right? So,
I mean,
Made out of cloth.
oh, it feels
I
hot in
mean,
here. I better
one,
get it out.
One, the sleeves could burn on the way in. 2, anything in the extra dimensional space is in the same extra dimensional space, and therefore on top of a burning torch.
Also,
I'll
if
just keep it
I know
out
none of
up
you guys
there.
have them, but if one of you had a Geiger counter, it would be making sounds around these.
Oh
Yeah.
god,
Maybe
I don't
some
want to keep this
long-term,
around me.
Huh. I'll just yell into the temple ceiling something. Thank you, Monsieur Prometheus. We'll put them to good use. Just
I
in
wanna-
case he's real. No.
I want to build a forge around this.
Good luck.
I mean, I'll try and look after the torch for you, and then
Not the torch. Ithri's looking at the brazier.
I don't want to stay here in the desert.
you're
Gotta get
able
up
to
really
make
early to
another
work the
brazier,
flame.
right?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
You could make a brazier somewhere less hot with more food and drink.
Yeah, but I mean specifically. Never mind. Let's go.
Oh,
I'll bring the torch with us.
I'm sorry. Here, I've got loot that you guys can actually just take.
I don't
forgot, I
like
made
messing
that
with
for
the
you.
treasure chests. I get sucked in.
That's for you. That's
Ah, I
That's
got
for
sucked
you?
in.
That's
Why
for
did,
you.
Why did
There
I
we go.
vanish? Why is everyone? Am I in the chest?
what?
See?
No.
What do you
That's
mean?
what I'm saying.
No, it's just
no
because
one
the chest is
exists
selected.
anymore.
When you select the chest, the chest doesn't have visibility and it doesn't show the tokens anymore.
Yeah, you should just be able to double click the chest to open
yeah.
it up and then.
Observer has automatically clicked the chest, and now no one
Click,
exists anymore.
Oh.
click measurement
yeah, yeah,
controls,
it's all right, it's
and
all right.
then token controls. It'll shove you
I
back
got it.
out.
You can just drag.
What is
and-
going on? Why did
It's
it do
fixed.
that?
It's fine. Don't stress. Carry on.
Okay, let's go. I start running towards the thing. And then I slow down because I don't want to put the fire out.
Okay.
So you said these ones
Well-
generate heat despite it saying it doesn't generate heat. So this is.
Correct. These ones do.
Do
Getting
they?
That's just from the
signals.
template I copied. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Wait, are the
Um,
skeletons still out there? I will make a point to not wave my
actually,
torch around.
by the time you guys go back outside, the skeletons are gone.
Okay, good.
The pirates appear to have disembarked.
Then I will wave
Does
the
everybody
torch
have
around.
a torch who wants it so I can move us back to the other map?
We.
Like Key would want one because they
We-
can't see in the dark.
Yeah, it's probably
if some-
true.
Not taking
But
one
doesn't
of the 5.
he hate fire though because of childhood trauma?
That's also true.
I'm just gonna
Yes.
say he has one and let Blaze figure out what he wants to do with it.
I didn't know he hated fire because of that.
I mean, it killed. Never mind. Let's.
I know, but how does he feel about Marco's head? That's fiery.
Trauma
I mean,
Haven't gotten any complaints
every
yet.
time.
I think like every night when Marco's asleep, Key just goes.
He just like periodically stares hatefully at Marco's mustache.
I think he like intentionally blows it out, and then Marco just goes, and it's back.
Marco has to do some cool flips and stuff to get panache to get it back.
No. I feel like just in his sleep, just rub is enough to like ignite it again.
By this point, as you step outside the Temple of Prometheus, the morning sun is beginning to illuminate the ruined city. But there's, of course, no morning moisture or dew on anything. There's no joy to this morning. Just the same empty, bleak atmosphere as always. The gravel crunches under your feet as you step through what were once streets and buildings. Where are you bound?
The Temple of Ra.
Okay.
This
Any
time-
stops along the way? Any special route? Or are you just... How do you go about getting...
I'm running straight there, so hopefully
Don't
not.
suppose there's any open shops along the way.
That there are not. You guys did a pretty good, thorough job of exploring every one of the still standing buildings. So yeah, you head for the square, taking the esplanade, which is easier to walk on since it's clear. Pass a number of bleached bones. There is one thing, actually, I will mention that you see that hadn't come up before. Along the esplanade, right up to the shoreline of the glass-surfaced lake, you see numerous stakes driven into the ground, from which, or some of which have hanging old, weathered humanoid remains.
The pirate? Who? This is new, you said?
No, you just haven't
Oh.
visited.
I see.
It's a grim sight.
Cora will say a quick
And-
prayer. Just anybody who's listening.
It's a clear sign of what fate would have awaited you had the pirates captured you. You make your way past the stakes, finally departing the esplanade, moving in the general direction of the hippodrome, staying away from the so-labeled stupid haunt.
Hmm.
And at
Really
long
get you
last,
with that one.
you return to the perimeter of the Temple of Ra. Do I want to be a little more edgy and dramatic about this? Obviously, you see a pile. Or no, I'm sorry. You see freshly disturbed dirt where you recently buried something.
Like it's still buried?
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So
Well, I'm holding a torch, so I can't dig.
I'll dig.
I guess I could stick it in the sand.
No,
I'm happy to dig.
You guys take about 10 minutes to dig up the drain caps. Laying them all out. Do you wish to connect them or anything?
Does
It would
anyone
maybe get a little unwieldy, I suppose, at that point.
Does anyone know what we're doing with these? You just want me to carry them?
Is there like a clear place to put them here?
Think they're supposed to help us get over a swamp or something like that, right?
Or sink us into a swamp.
What?
They're heavy.
Go around to the front of the temple. Can we describe it again?
You know, I think I can manage that.
Right.
There it is. As you approach the temple, two great pylons of red stone stand out amidst the ruins around them. On each of the two stone pylons, the pylons forming a gateway to enter the temple, you see inscribed gigantic human eyes that stare outward. Unlike any other building or ruin in this cursed city, this temple has a band of clear ground surrounding it, as though nothing can approach it. And you have not crossed that line thus far. The hole that you buried the drain caps in was just outside of it.
Didn't we test this before and it was pretty laserific?
Where does the line start on the map? Like here.
So the map, it needs a little wider of a perimeter, unfortunately. I believe it's supposed to be back here, 10 feet behind you. It's a 30-foot. Nope. It's 60 feet. Oh, wow. So it's 40 feet behind where your tokens are.
So I know I know all this information, but maybe someone should spell it out just in case people don't. How do we cross this bit?
I'm not
When
sure.
you have Friend's Tears, the Fiery Gift, and the Hawk's Wings, carry the 14 gold links to bridge the swamp.
So we just walk in.
Maybe we need to get
No.
those. Well, is there a rock hanging around somewhere, Askel?
Wait,
Plenty. I mean, there's debris.
Ithri's going to throw a
Wait,
rock
wait, wait.
into the area and see if it gets lasered before it hits the floor.
Laser?
No.
I feel like, wasn't there like a
Does it get
willpower
lasered
test or
once it hits the floor?
It hits the ground, rolls a little bit, and then lays still.
Well, shit.
It's not organic, E3.
I
Ithri.
don't want to throw. I don't have a chicken to test it with.
You're not sure if it was always like this, or if there was movement and you just didn't notice. But as you are maybe a touch disappointed looking at the rock, when you look back at the pylons, it's like the eyes are both fixed on you. Or maybe that's just a trick of the art. Because, eyes always seem like they're looking at you in paintings, right?
It needs to be organic.
That's
I throw a
true.
piece of beef jerky at it through it.
But
Any changes?
The eyes roll.
The jerky.
I'm pretty sure both E3 made that noise and Key did.
food. Does the beef get lasered?
No.
Why are we assuming it would get laser?
I don't know where the laser things come. I feel like
I thought
That
there
It
was.
must have been a.
I
It must have been a
thought-
dream I had.
I thought that it was tested previously and there were laser beams from the eyes.
No.
I
But
think you guys
maybe-
speculated that maybe there's laser beams. I don't think there were quantifiable laser beams, though.
Maybe.
I remember a test of will. Like you walk and then you roll and then you can continue.
I think there was one of you tried to go by. There was a test of will, and you were sort of like, "Nah, I'm good," and
Yeah,
sort
that
of
was
backed
me.
off and
Yeah.
never.
Okay, well let me try that again then.
I was.
we have everything.
My
Yeah.
thinking was that we.
But
I'm
all just
going.
got together.
But we have.
Just all go together.
Okay.
Marco stays behind 2 steps.
Medora will start walking.
All right. Give me the gold.
Or do we have to put them in our inventory for?
Yeah,
Weight
I was going to say,
purposes.
what are you doing with the 14 drain caps?
We have to split it between us. There's too much for one person.
I'll
I
put it.
can't.
Where is
carry
it
it.
currently?
This was mentioned previously. I'll put it in my bag of holding.
You have enough room?
It holds
it-
50 bulk.
Okay.
Done.
I will
Well, there's
also
12,
note
and each one is two bulk.
There's
or
14.
4 bulk.
There's 40,
Or there's 14.
not 12,
28.
14.
and I'm pretty sure I've
each
got
one is-
15 bulk in it. Let me check.
Okay.
I will also note Pazuzu, as a quadruped, can carry a hell of a lot more bulk.
I can't rely on
Does
Pazuzu to
look like
carry
he's coming
shit.
with us?
That is up to Ava.
Yeah.
I'm looking for his character sheet.
You know, I feel like it is more up to Pazuzu at this point.
There's room in the bag if we want to leave them behind.
Okay. I'll start chucking them in the bag.
Oh, how much are they?
28 bulk in total.
It's okay. They can all go in the bag.
No.
Here's my thinking. Does Pazuzu actually want to come with us, considering that he's stayed outside all the other buildings?
No, he doesn't get a
Pazuzu
choice
only
this
stayed
time.
outside one.
Yeah, the
the
ranked
rest was
building.
because
I should've.
Selene didn't commit.
I forgot to make him sleep.
At the end of the day, he is technically a game mechanic that Ava controls. She does control him.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
I
rare
was
that-
asking Selene. It's not if asking Ava.
Okay. I couldn't tell.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Like, we don't know what's in there. So
Pazuzu currently has 2. And I can get him to carry 6.
But Selene, we want to put all the eggs in one basket. That's what you're supposed to do.
also we only
Otherwise, how
have
would you count your
the-
chickens?
How would you
the
count
Eye
them
of
if you don't do
Horus
that?
fragments. Forget the weight. Forget that. The Eye of Horus fragments. If we need to use them, we only got enough for us, not one for Pazuzu.
Okay, then
Right.
Pazuzu can wait outside.
Plus, he might have fun eating any pirates that come this way.
They're just bones, though.
He might have fun destroying any pirates that come this way.
They might have some marrow in there.
There'd
Only
be
one way
gifts
to find
designed
out.
for that.
Okay. Cora puts all the caps in the bag of holding.
Okay. I am removing whatever Pazuzu had.
Do you want me to actually mechanically put it in there, or can we just say it's in the bag of holding?
Hopefully, it shouldn't matter.
Cool.
What the heck?
There's a cat in the way.
So we can go forward.
Yeah, I start going forward
Okay.
with a torch.
And all of you are pressing forward.
Yeah.
With her.
Marco 2 steps behind, remember.
No, that was more
As
of a
you
joke.
move within 60 feet of the pylons, the eyes begin to glow. So first of all, I need all of you to roll that will save.
Game is paused, by the way. I don't know if that matters for
Just kidding.
rolling.
Shouldn't.
This is a good time as any to
Okay, I hit
use
roll.
mythic.
Roll.
Well, remember, rewrite fate is not the same as spending a hero point.
Huh?
No, really?
Yeah, really.
It doesn't apply to the same things. You can do it on a saving throw, but
Yeah,
also
I know.
remember you don't get more mythic points for the most part throughout the game.
Yeah, you said this last game too.
I know.
This
And you
isn't-
guys were maybe a little quick using them last game too. That's
and
fine.
I will
That's
never
fine.
change.
So I got this.
Well, that's better.
I don't remember any taffy being made last game.
I didn't have a chance.
Actually,
This does have the mental trait, so that applies.
So you get to tell me who is watching me.
What?
Or like imposing their will on me or whatever.
Oh, you become aware.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Marco, not that you really needed, but you
Is it raw?
sense each of the two eyes as a separate entity looking not at you, into you. Like flipping through a book.
Oh no.
Looking for something
rated R.
specific.
Ooh.
They are looking for something specific.
They're pirates? Is that why it's rated R?
mythic you get
And-
what, the +6?
Depends on what your proficiency already is. So
Mythic
yours-
proficiency, that's what I'm looking for.
Correct. So what do you have? What you have now? It's is going to shape how much of a bonus that gives you. You're expert in will. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 steps. That's +6.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
However, based on the way... Oops, I forgot. Well, it doesn't matter. Well, it could matter. I better roll key as well. Where is key?
So I succeed. Awesome.
Marco, as you're sort of sensing these eyes staring through, looking for something, there's a shift in the intensity of them digging through your mind that alerts you whatever they were looking for, they found it in someone.
Oh.
And
Ooh.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
What the heck?
Remember, rolling initiative does not mean combat, it means encounter mode.
What the heck? I stand by my original statement.
This is not a trap, is it?
It is.
Do I get +2 on my initiative roll? Because it's like Pathfinder is on here.
Show me the text of Trapfinder. Does that apply to initiative?
Well, I'm wondering because it shows it here. Usually, it only shows it when it applies. Hang on. I didn't feel like it would apply. I guess Trapfinder.
This is a trap, and a trap you guys were aware of. To find traps, you'd already found it. To AC and to save, so that would apply to your will save as well.
Oh wait, so is the trap triggering? Is that what you're saying? Because in that case, I would have this.
Sort of. Use of a trap to delay. Do you have to be within range to do that?
Doesn't say that.
I think you have to have access to the trap. You'd have to be adjacent to them, wouldn't you?
Doesn't say that I have to.
On the trap with the
A
following
trap within your
results.
reach. It literally says that.
Oh well.
Oh,
Right
fuck.
there in the front.
Well, that's what we get for trying to read.
Try reading?
Okay, so you cannot use delay trap.
Hmm.
And there's no acrobatics check. Oh wait, you can expend when attempting to disable. So if you attempt to disable the device, you could use hands that unweave disaster. For now, this is just initiative.
But so I can disable it to not roll initiative, and then it's
No, initiative is rolled. You'll do that on your
Oh.
turn.
Oh, all right.
If you can get to it.
Right. So you still got to roll that initiative though.
Oh, it didn't go through? Oh, yeah, sorry. So I didn't get the +2 then, I guess, huh? Yeah, I'm so good at initiative. I love initiative.
Okay.
No wonder you
He's
wanted a
always like,
+2.
yeah, I'm gonna watch this. Let's see what happens first.
At this point, the eyes of Hathor have initiative.
Do they wink?
And
each of
I'm
us?
assuming we'll just say for the ease of clarity that you guys made it to where you're at on the map
Okay.
before like sort of coming to a stop as these glowing eyes finally like really get to you.
There's gonna be lasers now. I'm gonna be so upset.
And who's the target? Let's see. Just one living creature. Okay. One of the eyes fixes on Cora. Cora, please make this fortitude save as the eye just sort of locks in on you, glowing, transfixing you in its stare.
Nice.
You are slowed 1
With a critical
on a critical
success.
Yes.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
That's probably bad.
The other one Who do I want? You know what? Let's roll a d6 and see who the other one getting targeted is. 3. That's Medora.
They sound so
Medora,
excited.
please make that fortitude save. As you also are transfixed. You find that your feet stop working. All you can do is focus on this eye, staring at it. It's staring at you, and you feel paralyzed beneath its gaze, like you can't move, you can barely breathe. You're naked and alone, and everything you've ever done in your life is laid out. No one can hear you. No one can see you except that eye. Medora, you are paralyzed for 1 minute. Selene, it's your turn.
Cora, give me one of these drains, and I guess I'm gonna.
I don't have the drains.
Ithri has
Why
the
is
drains
Selene
in a
pro?
bag.
Ithri has
Okay.
the drains.
Okay, so I'm gonna get them from Ithri. Ithri, give me one.
I mean, they're stowed in a bag. I don't know how many actions it is to get a bag out. A thing out.
One action to get the bag out, one action to get the drain cap out, one action to hand it over.
Okay, that's my entire turn. Here you go.
It's okay. It's mine too. Actually, I could just go over and open the bag myself, right?
No. So you'd one action to move over to him, one action to get the bag from him, and then one action to get the drain cap out.
Yeah. I'd rather use all my actions than his.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Move over to him, or yeah. So yeah, it is your initiative. So yeah, you move over to
Yeah.
him.
Also check your status conditions because you're prone and all kinds of things that I don't think apply.
That is correct. You are displaying as all those things. You're also showing as quickened. I don't know where that came from.
To counteract the prone, ask him.
Yeah. I'm not off guard, am I? No.
No.
Or is that because of drained?
No, it's not.
Just drained.
So yeah, as you guys were walking, like you'd have seen Cora sort of like miss a step, and
Weird
Medora
for-
just
weird
stopped
for
dead
me.
in her tracks. So Selene quickly moves over to Ithri, the two of you sort of huddling together, getting Ithri's pack, digging around in it for one of the drain caps. That moves us to Ithri's initiative. Selene has removed a drain cap from your bag.
Ithri is going to remove the tear of a friend from his belt pouch, which I presume would still be. Is that 2 actions?
I would say belt pouch because it's readily accessible. You can use one action to get something out of it. Because it's meant to be little small things.
Yeah, hold it up so it's visible to the eye and yell, "I
Look
have
at
the tears of a friend. Is this what you want?"
What do you want?
The eyes glance at you and Selene, who's sort of like in contact with you, and then sort of glaze over and return their attention to the other 4.
They're with me.
I would say you've got one action.
I've got one action. Would I be able to? So the eyes have glazed over both Selene and I.
Yeah. You're no longer their concern.
I'm gonna hand the tear to whoever's next to me. So Key.
Okay.
And see what happens. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Key will take it. Kind of look questioning, like, What am I supposed to do with this?
He always kind of looks like that.
You get a drain cap key.
So about that. Oh wow. I didn't realize Key was such a muscly boy. Okay. Yeah, he'll take a drain cap also. That would be his second and third action, right?
Well,
No, you gave him the
I
thing,
gave
so it'd be
him-
his
yeah,
first
yeah.
and second action.
Okay, drain caps for everyone.
I had a feeling
The
we'd
drain
at least
caps-
need one, but you know, that's
So the drain. So here's the problem, though. The drain cap is kind of a two-hander.
What
he
would
can't
Key
hold
do?
the tear in his tail.
His teeth.
No, he can't hold anything.
Put it
with
in his
tail.
mouth.
I don't
He
want to
would
spit on my
put it in
tail.
tail.
I
his
don't-
mouth. Please don't. He would.
Yeah, because next up on the list to take is Medora, who we don't really know is
Um,
paralyzed yet.
Okay. No, you know what? No, I think he's got a thing for Medora's current predicament. Actually,
Oh my god, he's not going to do rocket jump, whatever it's called, is it?
that would be.
On
How
her,
would
so
that
she's
help?
He
See ya, I'm out of
get into
here.
the door, you don't know. It would be pretty
Shit.
key-like.
pretty
Does
blasé.
not have it at the right spell level. He cannot remove paralysis.
He doesn't
Um,
know that.
Yes, he does. He knows how his spells work.
Says you.
There's really not much Key can do here. He'll take the drain cap. He'll take the tier that you're holding, and kind of he's got it all like bundled in his arms. He is clearly uncertain. Like, okay, now what? Medora, you are paralyzed, which I believe means you're frozen in place.
I don't want to do anything, Askell, if that makes it easier. But if they are looking into everything I've done, I am also holding a tear. Because I also got a tear, and if that's what makes a difference, I'm carrying a tear.
On your person, you are. Yes,
Yes.
not held in your hand.
Out of
though.
sight, out of mind, according to these fucking eyeballs.
These eyes that can see
It would
everything.
seem
can't
that is
see
the
you tear.
rules.
They can't
It's-
see
It's a
that I
real
got
shitty
given
rule.
one. Is they're looking at everything I've done?
They don't seem to care.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Then I do nothing.
They roll their eyes.
I love the distinction, but it explicitly is not an exemption, unfortunately.
Okay, I do nothing. That's cool.
Cora, you are slowed 1, which means you've got 2 actions.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out the tear from my belt because I see the others doing that.
You
Okay.
don't have a tear.
I thought
you
I had
have-
one.
No.
Are you sure?
Ashlow
Unless
and
you
I
took
had
Medora's
one.
one. Yeah. So
Oh, we only got the 2?
there were only 2. There were feathers, which we all
Oh,
got.
that's what I'm thinking
Yep.
of, the feathers.
Yeah.
Because remember, you were party split when
That's right.
Baldur's tears.
Do we need the feathers too?
Show 'em what you got.
I pull out my eye fragments of Horus, my feather, and I step here and I put a hand on Medora. She's with me. Don't worry, Medora. I'll unparalyze you. Just give me a second.
Medora doesn't eat. Like, you can see her eyes moving.
Oh
which
yeah,
is the
I
only
assume.
sign that Medora is home.
They don't move.
But-
They're just staring at the eye.
I got you.
There's
It's
nothing
clear
behind
Medora
the
is
eyes.
conscious and under 0 control of her body.
Cora knows all about this. She turned to stone. I got you. I'll fix it right up. That's all I can do for my turn. I've got
That
my
brings us to Marco.
feather thing.
Okay, I think I'd like to run up to one of the eyes and then try to turn it off, unplug it, kind of disable device, something like that.
Go ahead.
Do I have to pick which one? Like, are they separate?
Yes, you
said
do.
Separate.
They
I
are
guess, okay.
separate.
Where's my map? Okay, do I have to? Oh, is it the actual trap thing that I have to run to?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, that's where they are. Actually, wait, hold on.
Oh.
No, they should be
Ah!
one forward because they're like right on that face
Okay,
right there.
So,
if that makes sense.
You've ruined everything.
okay, yeah, I guess. Okay. No, I target it, maybe? No? Can't?
Mhm.
Oh?
Yep. Yep,
Maybe
you should
I
be able
have
to
to do
target
it in the menu. Well, there's only one on
What?
the round tracker thingy.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
correct.
It's the correct one. Oh,
They only have one initiative, but it's split into multiple pieces, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This.
You've moved up to it, and it would be, you have two options, three if you count Dispel Magic. Obviously, there's a Dispel Magic option. You can use Thievery to try to disassemble one pylon's myriad components in a single blink of an eye, which would be a legendary task.
Unintended?
Or an Expert Acrobatics
Oh.
task would be to just bypass them and walk backwards without acknowledging the eyes, which should confuse them and maybe shut them down.
Very Marco. Well, but does that help my friends?
No. The acrobatics will help you. The thievery would actually like.
Yeah, I want to try my handset unweave disaster on the thing with the legendary, so I can. Or mythic, right? Mythic.
Yeah, mythic. You spend a mythic point while attempting a disable device check. As normal when attempting. Okay, yeah.
Let's just do a regular disable device.
So, yep, make a disable. Actually, here it is.
Oh, you have one? Oh, nice. And then, does it account for me being legendary
It
now?
will not. We're going to have to manually increase by what it is.
Okay.
But I do know you have an ability that is applying here. Okay, so you're master, which means you get +4 to the roll. Because you get +2 by proficiency going from master to legendary, and then another +2 from going legendary to mythic. I want you to know that the result of failure, what I see is by 4. You failed by 4. So adding +4, you tie the DC and actually succeed.
Meets and beats it. Nice.
Barely. You are able to disassemble this eye. And what's weird about it is, like, as you're doing this, you see the lines recreating where you're, like, removing them from the wall. But you're doing it so quickly that they all sort of just, like, fall apart. Almost like the eye shuts, leaving just a line instead of the eye of Ra. Instead of 2 actions per turn, it now only gets 1 action on its turn.
Oh, because the other side. So I guess I move over to the other side and I have to do that again. Potentially
yes,
next
though
turn,
you could only move next turn. You could try to do it again. Yeah,
but I can already move to the other side, right?
You can move. Yeah. You've got 1 action remaining.
Okay.
So that was awesome. I do think it's funny that you have to be legendary proficiency to do it, which means Marco should not be allowed to. But he has a special ability that lets him attempt legendary thievery checks even if he's not legendary. That's not even a mythic thing. That's just a Marco thing. Okay, so Marco's working as quickly as he can, and the other eye has noticed. Marco, you have any tears in your hand?
I have the tears of that other eye that I just destroyed.
Yeah, well, that's wrong tears. It fixes you.
Well, I'm standing on the side. Spare. Can it fix me like that?
Amazingly, yes.
Damn it.
It's like it
side-eye.
moves. Can you make that fortitude save, please?
Fortitude, not... yeah, but I do have...
The will was for them reading your minds.
Hang on, do I have to I guess I can just do this. 35.
That is not a critical, but it is a regular success.
I'm
So,
slowed
Marco, it's a good thing you moved because you are slowed 2.
Oh, what?
Meaning on your next turn, you get 1 action.
Wait, why am I slowed too?
Because that's what happens on a successful saving throw.
I got
Remember,
a crit
Cora got a
success.
critical
Oh,
success
okay,
and was
okay,
slowed
okay.
1.
I see. Interesting.
Because
You're
that's
not
the
paralyzed,
rules, bitch.
but like these things are so intense that the best success you can have is still slowed
Oh.
1. That's the intensity of their stare. Don't ask
Damn.
me what happens on a critical failure, and also don't
Yeah.
critically
God.
fail.
Yeah.
Stoned.
The paralyzed for 1 minute is already pretty fucking bad. But that does end the
Paralyzed
turn of
for
the
life.
Eyes of Hathor. Selene.
I am going to. What, do I just move forward? I will take me and my drain cap.
Okay. Just kind of like running for, like, you know, when you're grocery shopping in the rain and you've got like your bundle wrapped to your chest as you're running for the car. It's kind of like that energy because the
Yeah.
drain cap is so big and bulky.
And like in the save movement, I'm gonna like halt for a second and then like take a deep breath and proceed. Just kind of theatrics.
Okay. When you say proceed, you mean you're really proceeding. Let me just open some notes here.
And I am going to defend from here.
Hold that thought. Let me tell you about what you see now that you've gone through the gate.
It's okay. I wasn't gonna go any further.
That's okay. You've gone far enough. A 10-foot wide colonnade. A 10-foot wide colonnade supported by pillars surrounds the courtyard of the temple. Each pillar is topped by a blossom with many petals. The sand within the court is obviously windswept, for twisting and curling tracks upon it are likely due to the ceaselessly shifting wind on this perfectly still day. The far wall of the court is topped by columns. Topped, as in the far wall has columns on top of it, much larger than the supporting columns of the colonnade around you. At its center, you can make out a wide portico opens into a darkened room beyond. The columns there hold up the temple room.
I guess I will wait for my friends and defend here, because I'm not really sure what to do with this, but I made it through.
Okay. Ithri.
Ithri steps forward 1, moves probably to in front of Medora. Forces the tear that he's holding into her hand, because he doesn't know where she stowed the one she had. And I think he would like hold it in her hands, but in a way where he's not touching it, and then get out of the way so the eye can see.
Okay.
And he's just going to hold, because she's paralyzed, presuming she can't physically hold it herself. He's just
like her arm is limp noodles when you're trying to put this in her hand, but closing her fingers over it and holding her hand with it, that will work.
I see prying her fingers open and just, here, take this.
Pretty much.
Key, what do you guys want Key to do here? Because
Key, move forward.
I'm biased. Okay.
Stick with Selene.
He's gonna run after Selene.
There you go. It's Ithri's responsibility.
And actually, wait a minute. Doesn't he have Dispel Magic?
I have Dispel Magic.
Oh, I was gonna say, I know one of you guys. Frick. Man, it had to be who got paralyzed.
Don't make me carry you.
I guess.
The spell works.
I don't mind.
I mean, that's
option number
2.
No, that should be option number 1. Let's go.
Oh, should I not fix her then?
My turns will be really quick.
E3 doesn't know you're trying to fix it. He's just doing stuff.
That brings us to Medora, who is suddenly no longer paralyzed as you
Oh, yeah.
feel
Fixed itself.
the eyes move off of you.
Just gonna look at A3.
Don't worry, Medora. Oh,
Look at the tear and go, well, I was about to say the inscription on the thing. So thank you. She's going to
you're okay?
link arm with Cora. I'm good. We should go. She's going to hold the tear in one hand, link arm with Cora. Hold the Prometheus torch still in the other hand, because she's pretty sure fire's coming up next. And then on the next opportunity for us all to move forward together, that's what she's aiming to do. We should move together. We should stay attached. We're one entity with this tear now. Let's go.
And I've got a
We have
torch
another
and
one,
the
but
Eye
okay.
of Horus.
Okay, so first action then, I'll get the other one out and give one back to A3. Fine, if you don't want to be part of this,
No, I'm
Entity.
happy.
You don't want to be the part of this choo-choo train.
I'm happy to link arms.
I'll link arms with Cora and prepared to skip forward into the danger with our torches held alight like some sort of weird
Yeah.
skipping monstrosity of...
A3 is
Yellow
all
brick road
in.
much?
A3 is all in to link arms, but he's finished his turn, and you guys have a turn, so go ahead.
Okay, I'll leave
Drag
you
him.
with the tear and
Just drag him.
I will wait.
Well, remember,
to
turns are
skip forward with
simultaneous.
Cora.
Well,
You can
yeah.
move.
Okay.
You can move ahead because what you're moving.
So, like, if you move and then Cora moves, right?
Okay.
It would be simultaneous.
Wait, how long? What?
Hannah.
Movement speed.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I
That's
missed.
it.
20. Hang on. 25 foot. Yeah, that is literally it. Hang on. 25
Cora's like,
foot.
I'm slow and I'm still faster than you.
I feel like Medora would move to here anyway.
30, 35 feet.
Because she's, even though she's got more, she's pretty sure we're gonna, well, fuck it. We've got fire out, haven't we, Cora?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going here. We've both got a lit torch.
So, when you hit this point, Medora, and Key
Uh-huh.
would have noticed this too, I just didn't mention it because I forgot because Blaze isn't here and I forgot what my own... anyway, as soon as you hit that point, you feel the magic go out once more.
Oh.
But this time, it's less mysterious and more like, oh, I've just entered an anti-magic zone. You can feel the magic removing magic, and yet
The fire.
the torch continues to burn.
Oh no, the bag.
Oh.
I don't
Fine.
know that.
We might just have to step back outside.
But also, as you enter the courtyard, moving within the border of colonnades,
Cora's with me, right?
I would be. Yeah.
As we're simultaneously moving.
Sorry, just reading how this works because this is, oh god. The blah blah, and then that. Okay, and then that. Okay, just making sure. As soon as you set foot inside the colonnades, the strange blossoms at the top of the various pillars sort of stir like a wind is blowing through them. And you begin to hear like a muffled thud or a whump of something landing in sand. And then another, all around the perimeter. Something is just dropping off of the tops of the columns, landing in the sand, as if just falling out of the blossoms. And by something, I of course mean dozens, hundreds, thousands of asps
They're not
Bring it
pineapple
on.
grenades, are they? What are they? What do?
Snakes.
Oh, asps. Okay.
Yeah.
Asp.
I know what an asp is. Sorry.
And to be clear, these tokens are not individuals; they are swarms,
Mm-hmm.
just beginning to apparently summon and just sort of raining down. How do we want to do this? I'm just going to
How
add
does the
1 to the
torch-
initiative.
Light? Like, what does the area of the torch? Because I think I've got me and Cora here.
We've all
Are
seen
the
Indiana
I am going to
torches-
move them to
That's
after Cora because you guys were working together. Yeah. So the flame is it's like you've got a torch. It's a firebrand, you know. Cora, it is your turn. Because you were moving with Medora. Also, remember you're muted.
That's one move, 55 feet. Actually, that was only 50 feet.
So you are also there, like seeing all these many snakes dropping off of the pillars into the courtyard.
Is this okay, Medora?
Yeah.
Just okay. I've got that thing and the
There's
thing.
no other way in. Trust me. It wouldn't have been written like that.
Okay.
But we should wait for the others now.
I'm gonna ready an action. If one
Two.
of them tries to bite Medora, I'm gonna grab its face. That's it.
Now, as a reminder, Medora and Cora have a torch in one hand each. Open hand to the other. You're not holding anything else?
I have the eye of Horus in my other hand.
That's right.
That's
Miff,
all
did
I
you say
have.
something? I think it cut out.
Yeah, are you
Cut out
muted?
again.
No, not muted. It's
Oh,
being
there
weird.
it goes.
I'm holding a
Okay.
tear.
Okay, so each of you has a tear in one hand, a torch in the other. For the Viper's part, they begin to slither into the courtyard. Interesting note, though. None of them seems in a hurry to go too close to the flames.
This is like Indiana Jones.
It is. Well, this adventure was printed in the, early 90s? What had just come out?
Mm. Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah, that was it.
The Matrix? When did
Not
that come
it.
out?
That was 90s, but I think it was late 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 97.
There is. I'm not going to overload the Foundry server, but assume for these swarms, there
We're
are just
surrounded.
as many behind them and spreading out, filling the area kind of around you. They are continuing to summon more.
But it's clear to
They're
us
just dropping into the
they
sand.
don't like the torch. They won't go near the torchlight.
Well, it wasn't at first. I'm assuming you have at least some presence of mind to wave it a little bit at
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
That's
I-
literally
That works.
Medora's thinking.
Then I'm
Medora's
gonna
really, really determined.
I'm gonna call back. Use the torches when you get up here.
So anyone holding a drain cap will not be able to.
Well, that's their problem.
Okay. Marco, it is your turn. You've got one action. You are slowed, like you feel that eye on you and like you're struggling to do anything at all. What do you do?
Yeah, I have a question. So the thing I used last time is one of my mythic actions, right? So with the feat I have, I can technically try the legendary test anyways. Can I just, if I fail that, can I still use rewrite fate by using a mythic point instead of just spending a mythic
Yes.
point outright? Because then I have
Yes, you
double the
absolutely
chance.
can.
Okay, then I'll first attempt like a regular check on it, a thievery to what's it called? Not delay trap.
Oh,
something device.
I've got to hit the
Disable
button for that.
device. Yeah.
1 second. I got you.
Yeah, and then I get the
There it
+2, I think, from the. Do I not? Maybe not. Okay. I thought I get a +2 from the feat.
Trap
But maybe that's
Finder?
just to find it.
I think that's just for finding it.
And your
So
circumstance
if you want, you
bonus-
can hit.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like you can
Plus
disable traps
one.
that require proficiency rank of legendary instead, and your circumstance bonuses against traps increase to +2.
Just perception checks to find, to AC, and to saves against them. Nothing about. Oh wait, you can disable them. Yeah, so the bonus doesn't apply to actually disabling them. You can just
okay.
disable things beyond your normal level. The bonus is to saving throws against them.
Okay, then I'll just try like this.
And fucking succeed right on the money again.
Nice.
This time, not even mythic, just straight. You're so good at traps that you can act like a legendary trapsmith, even though you're only a master. That is a success. And the eyes of Hathor are completely disabled. That does end your turn,
Yes.
but you are no longer slowed.
Nice.
So I'm going to remove... Well, I can't remove it from initiative, so here's what I'm going to do. Can I mark it as defeated? Mark defeated. There we go. Selene, it is your initiative. You see all these snakes. They haven't closed in on the south side yet, but you've got a feeling she's gone.
Ava's messaged me she's going to move up to Cora and I and stay glued to us.
Okay.
So first movement and then hold to move with us.
Okay, got it. Perfect. Yeah, she comes right up, like presses back against Medora, so she's watching your back while you guys have the torch. But yeah, good time to stay close. Ithri, you see the second eye close.
Yeah, Ithri's gonna re-pick up or do I need to pack away the bag because it's been manhandled?
Yes,
Okay.
technically.
Action to stow the satchel.
That's fine. Okay.
Action to... Well, Ithri's carrying one of the torches as well. So Ithri will... I guess he'll... Oh no, because he's giving it to... Yeah, Ithri's just going to walk forward and greet people with a torch. Held high.
Okay.
Actually, he will stick... Because there's two torches at the front. He'll stick it at the space to be at the back.
Okay. Yeah, and kind of waving off the snakes
Yeah.
that get too close.
Yeah.
Ithri, the bag.
Yeah.
There's no magic in here.
Okay.
Gonna be
If there's no
bad.
magic in the next bit, we'll have to come back and get the links out, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to wait here until you know?
Or... Yeah. No idea.
Cool.
What do you want to do?
Ithri's just going to stand here and wait for further instructions. Find out for me.
Okay. I think for now, I am going to end initiative. I don't think we need it because we've kind of got a sense of how things are going. But you all get 60 experience points, so enjoy that.
Yay!
Yay.
Is that
The snakes
Marco?
continue hissing, maneuvering around. Key is going to go trotting over here. Is it safe to assume Marco also is going to get his ass?
Yeah,
By
I'll
the
get
torches?
my torch out. Hang on, I'll put it in like.
Oh,
my hand.
okay. You got your own.
Yeah,
Good.
I took one. Yeah,
Okay.
but instead of
Rush
holding
in.
it high, I'll rather like wave it low where the snakes are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's.
I will note, Marco, you can technically disarm the Asp summoning runes.
Oh,
But there's a lot
what do you
of...
mean? Like as a disabled device
But
kind of
it
thing?
will not remove the ones that are already here.
Hang on, let me read my.
Don't worry
thief
about them.
calling. Seek
Let him have his fun.
opportunities. This is not a mechanical defense, so
Oh, God, no.
I don't have any drive to do this, really, do I?
And in the spirit of bullshit AD&D mechanics, the anti-magic is for thee, but not for me.
So I have no hair when I
Cora?
enter the room.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Can
Bullshit.
you just keep the others protected here for a second?
Okay.
I'm gonna use the torch to clear myself a path to get to there and
I'll
back.
protect you all.
Okay, coming right up to...
Thank you.
I mean, as soon as you walk back, like, they close back in. They're not staying
Yeah,
departed.
yeah. I'm assuming it's like, you know, the game of Plague's Tale where you like walk and the rats
Oh,
go
yeah. Spot on.
like that. Okay.
Spot
So
on.
when I
exactly.
get to that like boundary,
Go ahead, move
does
over
the
there so you
magic
can
come?
see.
Does the magic come back or not?
It does not. But when you get there, the lintel of this gateway is of the same highly polished green stone as the pillars. It contrasts with the pink stone of the 10-foot high wall and the black stone of the realistic carved flower blossoms that crown each 15-foot pillar. Beyond this portal lies the darkness of the temple interior. Are you interested in what's down, like what's beyond? I guess I should probably tell you what you see, huh?
She's literally at this point, the only checking is whether there is magic or not. If there's no magic, ignore the rest because we'll all move up there in a minute.
Okay.
So if there's no magic, she's going back. We need to get the links out here. There's no magic.
Okay. B3 will start getting the links out.
Dump them out.
So we have,
Okay.
Asgul, do we have to move back to here for the links?
Yes. But with
Okay.
torches, you can do that. I'm just going to go
So-
ahead and add some time to the clock for that. I think.
Yeah. So whatever time would be needed, but can we ferry the links to here, where I've just moved to?
Creating a
Okay.
system? Yes, absolutely.
Are the rest of you happy with that? I'm just kind of talking, but tell me to shut up as and when.
Yeah, I'm good with us all being like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as you're doing this, it's going to be pretty impossible not to notice that the broad expanse of that entry hall is cool and dark compared to the blazing light of the inner court, of course. But as your eyes become accustomed to that darkness, you can see that the room is about 60 feet wide, 30 feet deep. You can make out a 10-foot wide portal in the center of the far wall. And, oh, right, the floor is 30 feet below you. There
Cora?
is a faint floral odor in the room.
I think this is time for the ones you and Marco got.
Okay.
The eye fragments of Horus.
What do I do with them?
Uh,
Just hold it?
Flap
Horus, guide me? She's just gonna look at her two eye fragments and see what happens.
I mean, can't we fly with this thing?
Mm-hmm. 40
Yeah,
feet.
well, I don't know how to activate it. Medora's just gonna
I
give it a go
believe-
and
So, as soon as you hold it and sort of focus on it, the knowledge of its activation sort of hits you. Like you've always known, but you just didn't know you knew. It's very instinctive. Not so much like a voice
I-
giving you instructions, but more like you just know.
I'm assuming that I have to use both of them. Because we got one for each eye, right?
Let me
I
double
have
check
two.
that.
I think you got one per person.
I've
That
got
was
two.
Somehow I have
No,
two.
I think they gave you 2 per person.
Really?
I have two. Yep.
I think
Marco's
it's
the
gem
only one who got
fragments.
one.
For some reason.
You got four?
I guess I got all the rest because it was my
Oh, yeah.
brilliant
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. You do need 2.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I've used 2, and then I'm flying, right? But as soon as I land, this is over.
So how it works is as soon as you invoke it, both of the gem fragments leap to your eyes, covering your eyes, but you gain a fly speed of 40 feet for 1 hour or until you land. At which point it ends immediately
Just don't
and the
land.
gem fragment shatters.
Well, I have an idea, Cora.
What's that?
I reckon this looks like we could fly and hover a chain and we could just pass the links across. There's 6 of us, right? It's about 30 foot.
That sounds fun.
Okay,
Wait, what?
I'm just gonna go get everyone to do it quickly. We've only got an hour. Gonna go
Okay, guys.
fly.
Get your eye fragments of Horus over here and put them on.
Wait, but then couldn't we also
Go.
have just flown over the snakes? Why would we need
No,
the
come on,
torches
it's
and-
fire then flying. Come on, let's go.
So,
We've
yeah,
got
there's
time.
a clear way to do this, and
Tick
this is what it
tock.
is.
I'll do it.
For what it's worth, the adventure does say you could also fly over the snakes instead of using the fire.
Okay, get in line. We're making a chain. Avery, you gotta be at the back. 'Cause
So
you're gonna pass.
are
the thing.
you descending at all into the
No.
actual
No,
room, or are
no,
you staying
no.
above it?
Above.
You mad?
We're hovering so that we can pass the links across, and that's it.
Well,
GM,
Key-
get Key over
Key-
here.
for the
Key-
hold on, for the sake of completionists, I know some of you would go batty if you didn't know what you were flying over.
No.
As you guys, no, you're not the one I mean. He knows who he is. As you are flying over and, going about this process of laundry / pulleying the drain caps across, you notice the blossoms atop the columns begin releasing a perfume that's heavy and sort of rolls off the columns and then cascades down, filling the room almost to the level you're flying at, with this pink floral gas. And if anyone is interested, you could do a nature check.
Do any of the asps end up in there? Or are they too smart?
No, actually, the asps don't follow you once you cross this point.
Hmm.
Okay. Cora, you actually recognize that floral scent in
Oh.
minor doses. You know better. You don't want the big dose. That's lotus flower.
Oh. That's
I assume that means Ashley knows what that means.
that's
does
Lotus,
Ashley wanna-
guys. We probably shouldn't. We shouldn't go down there. Not that I had to tell you that.
Aren't they quite pretty?
Lotus flowers are
Very.
pretty.
These ones, it's likely that this gas will probably take away all sense of self and memory.
Oh,
It'll
were you asking
reduce-
if I knew something about them?
Yeah, I was
personally?
curious how much you knew about lotus flowers.
I mean,
obviously,
I know
real
you
lotus
can't-
flowers aren't gonna.
I was gonna say, I know you can't eat them. You shouldn't eat them. But
It's intense. It's like heroin gas.
ooh,
In a pit that you can't get out of.
In low doses
Indeed.
into the sleep
It will
aid and
reduce you-
anxiety reliever.
It will reduce you to basically a child with no memory, no attention span, where you'll
So
eventually
So
die.
key.
What is the
Yeah.
potential of me collecting some of this for a poison?
If you could get your hands on one of these enchanted lotus flowers, assuming that it didn't die, great. But the problem is, with how much gas they're just constantly spewing, you'd get a face full of it trying to harvest one.
What if I held my breath? This is all hypothetical. I'm not gonna do
This
it.
would probably it can affect the skin.
Oh,
Your
what's but a
pores would
rash?
take it in.
Selene,
You
is this what it's like to fly?
Mm-hmm.
This is so cool.
so there's no the sad thing is there's no wings here. When the eyes are I'm sorry, when the gemstones come to your eyes, you can't really see very well. The whole world just takes on a hue as though you're looking at a hieroglyphic wall. everything you see is in hieroglyphic imagery. Your party members, the rest of the temple around you, the bath drain caps. It's
Yeah,
all hieroglyphic.
We're in the
See,
mummy
we can-
matrix.
We can feel the weightlessness of
Kind of.
flying, right?
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
That's what Cora likes.
It's just a very surreal experience. And I would say
Okay,
it takes
but-
about 20 minutes just since
To
you
get all
guys
those things.
begin to fly to move all 14 drain caps along your chain pulley to the inner gate.
So can I move up here?
Hold tight. First,
Oh. Here? I'm not
here's what I will
landing.
do.
For as long as possible.
I will add you guys to a combat tracker
What? Why?
along with the Lotus gas. Begin encounter and then end encounter to give you the XP for it.
Oh, okay. I got scared.
Because you actually used the correct method of bypassing the Lotus gas.
See, this is why we do it like that,
Mm.
Nexer.
This is why I pulled up the image of the poem that I screenshot and was like, okay.
Don't you
So we
want
get
that
XP for the snakes because we use the fire instead
That
of
was-
flying over.
That was mixed in with the 60.
And I get XP for disabling those eyes.
The eyes were worth 40 because they were by far the most dangerous, and then 20 for the summoning flowers.
Earlier you
and
said
then
60 for the eyes. Is
that
it
was mixed
chatty?
together. It was the 40 for the eyes plus
Oh.
the 20 for the asps. I
Oh,
gave it all
okay,
at once.
I see.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
As you guys move to the inner gate, the marble that lines it is coal black, fully 5 feet thick. The wall it passes through joins imperceptibly with the darkness beyond. However, that does seem to imply that you guys are landing here.
No! I don't want
Medora
to.
will land, look at Cora and go, can I try this? I've been feeling a little useless lately,
Try what?
and I've got a plan. Like the story. And she's gonna start
What
building
is
a
it?
bridge.
Hieroglyph Medora?
Well, hold
With
on.
the
Why don't
links.
I tell you guys what you see? I haven't even talked about what's actually beyond the gate. That's literally just the 5 foot by 10 foot gate you're in.
Oh, I just
Um,
assumed that was a hole. Everything looks like a hole in this map.
Beyond, the floor, solid and comforting beneath the inner gate, has become a bottomless void whose darkness swirls and undulates, coalescing and dissolving. A smell of decay and death, like from an
Ugh.
ancient swamp, fills the chamber. Across the void, you can see the sanctuary, wherein rests a fist-sized purple gem glowing in the dark.
There it is.
Now go ahead, do the thing.
Okay, what are
you
you doing?
already knew it was the swamp. I just wanted the description that was going to foreshadow that it's a swamp.
I've got a poem. When you have a friend's tears, fiery gift, hawk's wings, carry ye the 14 golden links to bridge the swamp. Go. Medora would like to just start putting them one by one out there.
Yeah. You assemble the drain caps, linking them one after another. The order really doesn't seem to matter. And push this
good.
bridge out over the void. What you notice is it doesn't tip, it doesn't fall at all. It seems to just float perfectly horizontal in front of you as you push it out.
I think this is what my dreams look like.
Bright pink.
Okay.
However,
No, voidy.
there's a few issues. The bridge is about 8 inches wide and 21 feet long. It's basically a balance beam. Further complicating things, the very last link, as you're like extending the bridge as it's finished, vanishes,
Uh-oh.
leaving only 13.
Told you. Like the stories.
Marty
That was
goes,
his penis.
What?
It was. It really was.
Factually correct.
But it does leave about a 3-foot gap at the end of the bridge that you would have to hop across.
Okay.
And of course, you'd have to balance on the narrow 8-inch wide beam.
Okay.
Hey.
Feel like you're rolling some checks here. Unless you got something for that.
So,
Nope.
like
well,
a
that's going to
squid.
depend.
Askel, look at this.
Whenever you roll a success, you get crit success. You're not off guard. Okay, yes. Though, let me ask you this. Who is crossing?
I mean,
looks like
Medora is
Medora.
making the bridge.
I
Oh.
would. I'd be right behind her.
Well,
But
so the
maybe
bridge won't work until it's fully assembled first. So
I
you have to
see.
fully assemble it and push it out. You can't
Oh.
do it as you go.
Wouldn't
It-
that be incredibly
it will
heavy to push?
Once it's assembled, it loses all of its bulk, actually.
Interesting. Should have assembled it first then. We are idiots.
Well, then you'd have a 21-foot fucking pain in the ass to
Yeah,
lug
but it's a
around.
weightless, weightless pole.
Imagine trying to fend off the snakes with a 21-foot golden bridge.
It would have been a different set of problems. Not easier, just different. But Medora, if you'd like, you can attempt. Just be mindful. Stepping out as your DM, this is one of those moments, I'm going to warn you guys. This is one of those scenarios where if you fail, there may not be a way out.
Oh,
So be
let
very
me try. Let me
careful.
try.
Medora, you have first dibs, I would say. Narratively, in this case, as well as physically. If you want to.
Yeah.
So everyone is sort of like precarious. Like you guys are all pressed very close together in this little gate.
Or is just watching her intently, like, what do you want me to do?
She's gonna look back at Ithri and Selene.
A3's still hovering above some lotus dust. Because there's
Yeah,
not
but
enough
like
space
when-
here.
When she's here, before she goes, she's gonna look back at Selene and Ithri and go, "You know what I said to them."
What do you
know
mean?
what I said.
What did you say?
And she just starts walking.
What do you mean?
Medora is not wearing armor.
Oh,
You do have a backpack and a staff, though, correct?
nope. The staff was stowed.
Okay. You have a backpack?
Can I
Okay.
drop it before I start walking? Does that help?
Do you want to? I mean, you tell. So this is one of those cases where you tell me what arrangements you want to make. How do you approach this?
She's going to. Selene is within reach, right? If Cora's still
Yeah.
flying.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm right there. Yeah.
She's going
I was going
to
to say,
reach her
contrary to
arm
the
back.
map, you guys can all fit on that gate if you want. Like, it's still a 10-foot by 5-foot space. You couldn't fight there, but you could fit there.
You could squeeze.
She's going to
You know, I
reach
could
her
totally
arm
jump
back.
across this.
She's going to say to Selene, "Look after this for me." And she's going to uninvest in the Star Gem of Kampelar and give it to Selene to immediately invest. No.
Oh, okay.
It's in the stash for you.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Funny, this is very ritualistic. There, a lot of in a lot of temples, you're supposed to unadorn, like leaving your sin behind you, leaving your expectation behind, so that when you enter into the divine, you are pure and
She's also going to put her backpack with all her stuff in on the floor and say to Selene, could you look after this for when I come back? And then in Corvanian, and if I don't, all of it is yours or the Valkyries.
And in Corvanian, she will reply, "You better come back." Like,
It's my
She-
turn to risk it.
I cannot argue.
Good. And then she's going to pull out a bottle of fine alcohol, look at Marco and be like, you go through my stuff, I'll haunt you forever. And give him a bottle of fine alcohol. And then she's going to go.
I go through this in one evening.
This won't even last me an hour.
only once she's out of earshot. Like, that's it.
Let me put that in the stash for Marco. Because I genuinely have.
Do you want it back in case you make it?
If I make it, I'll find another. Come on then, Askell, hit me with the checks.
Are you ready?
No.
Okay. I'm not going to put a DC in chat. I think I like the idea that it's more sneaky. I want you to roll acrobatics.
Oh, I see.
Of course, it's
And
fucking acrobatics.
Well, I wanted to do it.
Balance is acrobatics, yes. I will say, I've got a list of a lot of things that add to the DC, and I have not checked a single one of them for Medora. So you are going at the base DC.
It's because you didn't go in trunk.
You are not drunk. You are not gassed. You are not wearing armor or a backpack or an unwieldy weapon.
She
Your vision is not impaired.
Before she goes, if 3 would just touch her and cast heroism. If you can.
Well,
Is there still no magic?
Oh, there's no
still
magic. He's like,
You try, but maybe even so, there's still an element of courage that offers. All right, Myth. Let's see it.
Ithri's like,
Askell, I know we normally rewrite to roll at Mythic.
Mhm.
But this is when she would draw on all of her Mythic. Will you allow the first roll at Mythic?
I think no.
Okay.
The reason being actually is like, if you succeed, you succeed anyway. Like, you lose nothing by it. It's not like a double attempt. It's technically a single attempt. It's just you get 2 chances. And rewrite fate is only triggered by failure.
So rewrite fate?
The DC was 20.
oh.
Medora steps out and immediately is like, okay, 8 inches, not so bad. It's not so
like
bad.
walking on a pirate ship.
Yeah, honestly, like it's not the narrowest thing you've ever tried to walk on. Honestly,
Add that to the quotes.
it's about double the size of the narrowest. So, one step after another. And Medora, reckless, brazen Medora, does know how to take her time in certain situations. When you're on a pirate ship, up in the rigging, a fall during a storm, you'll be lost at sea and no one will ever find you. You'd be stupid not to take your time when you're, balancing on those
And as she
masts
walks
and-
out, she's imagining it to be the mast looking down over a starlit sea, and in her head, she's just adding pinpricks.
The way the void of this ancient swamp swirls and undulates, it's not unlike the waves of a stormy sea.
The smells.
It does stink. Yeah, that's true. It does smell a lot worse than the sea.
When you've crewed with pirates, what do you expect?
You cross one step after another out along this impossibly balanced, thankfully magical bathtub drain cap bridge until you reach the end where there's a gap. But floating in the void which surrounds it, you see the white marble altar, and on it, a huge gem sparkling with inner light. Now, the altar itself is 8 feet long and 2 feet wide, 4 feet deep. However, it has no visible support. It's not like on something jutting up, it's just floating in the void. About the size of a clenched fist, the gem is a deep purple stone covered with tiny facets to form an irregular ball. Light pulses within it, casting purple glimmers now and again. And then there's the gap. But you are as far as the bridge will allow you to go. It is so close. If you jump, you might be able to reach it. If you've got one of those grabby hands, you could probably try that. Like a sticky hand, throw it out, pull it back, or like one of those claw hands.
You mean like Volito?
Potentially.
At
But-
the end of my arm.
That might not be long enough.
Can he fly?
Of
He's flying,
course,
isn't
you could try
He's an
to
octopus.
precariously reach out. And just reach the cenotaph and climb onto it.
Ask a lot of interest, is it light bulk or less? I need to know for a mechanic question.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
let me double check. Let me double check. I believe so, but now that I have said that out loud, I should probably not talk out my ass. Not okay. Negligible.
Okay.
So what do you do at the end of this bridge?
You said 3 feet
Mm-hmm.
to the gem
That's
from
the
me
gap.
or to the platform?
Not to the gem. That's to the
Okay.
altar.
She's going to just kind of step jump across to it. Like it's 3 feet. She's not going to try and do anything fancy.
When you say it, do you mean the altar or do you mean the actual stone upon the altar?
The altar, right? I can get to it.
Yeah, you could get on the altar and then just In fact, there's no check required. You can easily so you practically like just fall forward and catch it and pull yourself up onto it. A little hop makes it even easier. You scramble up onto the altar. I'm sure in that one moment where you kind of leap onto it, at least one of the Valkyrie watching has their breath catch. And I enjoy that you guys don't need to even test the void below to have a pretty good inkling that there's no coming out of that. You are on the stone cenotaph. Cenotaph? I've always heard it cenotaph, but whatever. You grab the stone. Here you go. Behold the 5th star gem. The gem of Milos Pella. Or actually it'd be Melos. Melos Pella.
Are you okay?
The floor solidifies completely, taking on the same golden sheen as the bridge and engulfing the bridge within it.
Oh,
The gas behind you guys down in the hall is just gone, like it was never there, as are the lotus flowers.
My voice ends.
That's a lot of gold.
And from somewhere in the city, outside the temple, you can hear a distant bell chime.
We'll just let the whole
And I think we're
world
going to
know.
pause here and take our break. So
we
chat,
got the job. We got the last star job.
I would encourage you to hydrate, stretch, snack a little bit. We will be back in 10, 15 minutes. We'll see you for the second half of the show and what our newly adorned PCs with their bling are going to do. Stick them in the bells. Welcome back. So, you find that Medora, like, I assume you're not going to take it on faith. Like, I would hope you still test real quick. Like, is that really solid? Tap, tap with foot. Tap, tap. Okay. After a moment,
I think
Medora
she's
is
kind
able
of
to step
actually a
onto
little
the
bit
floor.
disappointed.
About not dying.
She's like, oh. No,
I'm
about the void
millennial of
leaving.
you.
Is Medora a millennial? Oh.
No, she's... No. No?
Yeah, she's too young. Oh, I didn't like that. Now my groove is gone. You are able to clamber off of the altar and find the floor refreshingly solid. You guys are able to... Oh, the scene is yours. The floor is yours. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Good job.
You guys hear that?
The bell.
Yeah.
What it said.
It's ominous. You guys
You
want me
hear
to carry
another
you back
chime
across?
ring out across the city.
Why do I need to be carried?
There's a pit. How deep
Yeah,
was the pit?
30 feet.
Can't I just... We're still
Have
flying,
you-
aren't we?
Not all of us, no.
I can carry Medora.
I didn't stop using it.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't either. I can carry Medora.
Okay.
I'll step
So,
onto your
actually,
I'm not
feet, I
trying to
guess.
steal your girl, it's fine.
Oh no,
As soon
I'm
as
doing
the Star
full-on
Gem was
bridal
taken,
style.
As soon as the Star Gem was taken,
Stop.
those
working.
still in flight would have gently set down
Oh,
on some floor.
Oh,
It's
crap.
all gone.
Peter's in the
Medora,
bottom of
Is
the
the
pit.
magic back?
Yes,
Medora,
actually,
can you feel
the
your
magic is back.
magic?
I have more of those fragments. Can I still use them? Like to just fly again?
They are disenchanted.
Oh, so should I just delete them from my inventory then?
They look cool.
You are welcome to. The only thing that remains is the flames of Prometheus, which still burn and will still probably give you cancer in 3 or 4 years.
Wow.
Smells
Do we
Something
have
a
that?
player
Flammable
can't fix.
Scratch the whole carrying people bit.
I was
I'm in
gonna
a
say,
pit.
you can carry me now.
I'm in a pit.
You gotta climb out.
Give me a moment. I'll take care of
That's
it.
like 10 times as high as I am.
How are you gonna take care of it?
Wings.
Zuzu
I've got a
gonna-
rope.
Uh,
Nope,
I
never
don't
mind.
understand.
Can you
What
carry
the hell,
Ithri?
Blaze?
Okay.
Well, how can Ithri
He has a
carry
rope
people?
in his inventory, but the quantity is set to 0.
0 rope. Makes
Oh,
sense.
sometimes
Pretty
I
sure
do
we
that if
used
I
up-
need to remember I've used it. But
Yeah,
that
I'm
I
pretty
had
sure
it.
we used up Blaze's rope in one of the things.
Quicksand? Yeah.
That makes
think-
sense.
Ithri's got a rope, but
It's
he's being
okay.
dramatic.
I think the only person I can't really lift would be, well,
Ithri.
realistically, I think Ithri and depending Key. Because he's a big boy.
Whippoorwill.
And you a dense boy.
I think I want to try to jump it.
Okay.
Go off.
Do it.
I have a rope.
I just need to know, am I actually doing my wings or not?
Well, let's see if Cora can jump it first.
Okay. Well, I mean, if she can't jump it, she can literally wall run. So,
Yeah, but
True.
jumping's more fun.
yeah.
Also, can you wall run 30 feet? I thought it was 25 feet.
I can wall run my movement speed, which is 55 feet.
Half your movement speed.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So you don't. Oh no, the pit's gone. So you do have a running start. I believe they fixed the athletics macro, so this would be a long jump.
No, I'm going to use acrobatics instead because I have this.
Graceful leaper. You'll love to see it. Well, it's still a long jump. I'm looking at it though, so go ahead and make your acrobatics check.
Okay, guys, get out of the way.
You have a 10-foot running start.
I step back here. Wow, that's actually a long jump. Wasn't a very good
28.
one.
So with a running start, Cora
Oh, wait, hold
takes
on.
off.
I have something else that might be relevant. Just kidding. That's it. Okay. Proceed.
Now, Cartero is
Leaping into the air, she soars, arcing over the pit
It's like I'm still flying.
for a 25-foot jump,
Oh, yeah. Just. Ah!
which will end up plummeting 30 feet to the ground below. You take 5 points
That's
of
brave.
damage.
which
Oh, wait,
means
are
no
you-
points of damage.
Are you
have
master in
tactful?
acrobatics?
I'm master in
Oh,
acrobatics.
master is you reduce 50, so you take no damage.
Oof. Dang it, I almost made it. And then I'm just gonna run up the wall.
But look, good.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, as an action, you can run. Okay. Okay. So, yeah.
unpause
She
the game.
scrabbles up the wall easily.
I'm like, I have a rope. Oh, she's gone already. Do you have a rope?
I'm gonna move us over here.
Oh,
'Cause I don't think we need, like, the hyper specifics. There's no real threat. It's just a pain in the ass. How do you guys want to go about?
I can hold
You
the
said
rope over here.
There's also columns to tie it to and all sorts
Mhm.
of stuff. Like, if there's
can
no
tie it.
danger or rush.
Unless Selene really wants to use the wings.
I mean, I'd rather savor them for combat, maybe? Because, worms, flying, went great for me.
Selene, that reminds me. Would you still love me if I was a worm?
Are you going to eat me?
Why would I do that?
Then yes.
Oh, okay.
Depends. Are you like a worm with your own brain, or are you like a worm that's just a worm that's out in the
I'm like
Class
Cora,
C?
but in a worm body.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Inconvenient.
Do you think you'd still be good?
What do you mean? Good
Not
at
at
what?
jumping.
Like, if you were a worm, do you think you'd still want to try and heal everybody? Or would you just, be, I'm a worm?
Well, if it was
Look-
still me in there, I would still want to help people. You think I could still move as fast as I do now?
No. You have no
Fucking wham.
legs.
I'm sure we could
Oh.
find out. I can probably find a wizard.
No. Let's not.
I was a monkey once, but I didn't get to try, so.
Was
Anyway.
everybody even aware that
As
she
you
was
guys
a
are making
monkey?
your way out.
Yeah, we were aware.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Every 30 seconds or so, you hear the
bell.
bell chime.
Where's it coming from? The monolith?
So once you get outside of the temple, it's clear that it is coming from north by a little northeast.
Should we head to the bell or?
It would make sense, yes.
I have a feeling the pirates might head there too.
Well, we should go now then. I know we were gonna rest, but
I'm
we
good.
might want to get there before other people get there.
I've got one place I'd like to go first. If we're
Okay.
on our way out, I guess. But if we're staying here for the minute, we can go see what's happening first.
Okay, let's go see. Guess we're gonna head northeast.
Okay.
We're
where to?
following the noise.
Okay. Making
Past
your
the
way
stupid
northeast, at least as far as the Esplanade, it's by that point pretty clear it's coming from the obelisk in the northern square.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Like
can
inside
go
it?
from it. Remember, that thing was massive. It was like 50 feet tall.
Oh,
North.
wait.
Wait, where is it?
North.
This
The
way.
north
The
square.
other north.
Other north. Got it.
Yeah, your other north. I've seen east and west mixed up before. I don't think I've ever seen a north get mixed up.
Shut
It's
up.
in the center of the square. As you approach, I'll add another, we'll say 10 minutes. So by this point, it's about 10 after 8 in the morning. Only when you guys are normally kind of getting up and doing your daily preparations.
We're so
Actually,
productive.
8 is probably when you guys are finishing daily preparations, huh? You're usually setting out by about 8.
I have to.
So you've had a busy morning. And if you're like me in the morning, some of you probably feel like death right now. As you approach the obelisk, the whole thing chimes. But nothing visible has
there was-
changed.
We have to put the gems in the gem slot, right?
So
Who got gems?
Wait.
on the north and south sides of the obelisk, you can see there's a few words, a short inscription, above a fist-sized indentation.
Before
don't-
we put any gems anywhere, I would like to rest for 2 days, please.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It lets out another chime.
It's gonna be chiming all that
It's
time.
going to be very chimey. It might draw a lot of attention.
Fine. But I will say I told you so.
I fully accept that it's my fault.
Okay, I put mine in there already.
No, whoa. Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
Cora
I
puts-
take them back
suddenly-
out.
Pops hers in. As you're saying, like, whoa! Cora kind of looks with the
Ah!
hand in the cookie jar. The east and west face inscriptions begin to glow.
Sorry, I thought we were agreed we were doing it.
Is there an
Everett-
order? I guess we're just doing it now.
It chimes again, but the chime sounds muted and a little off tune.
Okay, take that one back out.
I take it out.
It might need
This one.
It
This
might,
one. This one feels different. The one I gave Selene is about protection of the self. This one is going to, I think, do something different. And I put in the Star Gem of Melispella.
Okay. as soon as you do, in a soft but commandingly penetrating voice, I don't know what that means, the
Oh.
obelisk begins to speak out loud. Soft but commandingly penetrating.
What's your sexiest voice? Let's hear.
Think
I don't
Galadriel
get
at the beginning
sexy
of the
from
Lord
that.
of the
It's like,
Rings.
you know what?
There
That
you
is
go.
soft but commandingly penetrating.
Mhm.
The sphere of power retrieved. This, then, is destiny's decree. Doom and death with no reprieve. This is the ancient prophecy. Go ye to his mighty tomb, where sky meets shore, and sky again. There sound the note, dispel the gloom, and bring the light to entrance gain. The star gem that you placed in the hollow flares into sudden brilliance, lit from within, shedding this violet luminescence. The voice continues. The gem before you takes the power to light the way toward Martek's tower, where, if survive those here assemble, all shall see their finest hour. And the star gem, its light extinguished, falls out of the hole onto the square, just sort of gently rolling until you pick it up.
I pick
I
it
don't
back
know.
up.
Gonna be
and
pretty difficult to
attune.
top out some of my finest hours.
Well, while we rest, I'm sure you can tell us all of the stories. Maybe pick your top 20.
Because we're sleeping for 2 days.
Three's looking around to see if there's any skelly
Oh.
skates. Two, if there's anything different in the landscape.
You see a dot on the narrows to the north east that looks like it might be a skiff sliding along the glass in this direction.
We may have company.
Let's just. I mean, that was it, right? Do we need to?
I think we go back to our base.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
Okay. One minor note. Let's see. As you look to the northeast, Medora, at where kind of Ithri was pointing, you do
Mhm.
notice one little thing. The star gem in your hand lights up for a second before dimming. And lights up again a second later and dims, sort of in a slow pulse.
If I attune to it, does it go into my skin like the others?
No.
Okay. In which case...
But only when you were facing the northeast. As soon as you turn
got
away,
myself a
it
compass.
stops doing that.
To the
And
base.
you guys retreat. I will remind that where you were holding up is right on the corner of this square.
Mhm.
Probably 70 feet away from the obelisk. What do you do as you fall back into the ruins of the tavern?
I presume we're trying to avoid a fight. So,
I guess just keep watch to make
Yeah.
sure they don't come at us.
stealthy watch.
And if they end up fucking off, we'll rest.
Well, so it is just sort of a ruined building.
Okay, this is our house.
We are gonna do this stealthily.
Also, it's only like 8
We're gonna
a.m., so it's
hide.
not like we can just sleep.
Correct. So essentially, resting. And I've mentioned this a couple times in the past. Resting does not mean is not synonymous with sleeping.
Right.
It just means taking it easy.
No.
But
We're
would
gonna
that
take it
count
easy.
for the drain? Like, can you rest a day and a night, and that counts as 2 rests if you have like?
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
you're just going to be sitting on your hands for a lot of that time. Now, fortunately, if you're drained, you're probably already feeling enough like death that you very well might end up sleeping through it, like when you're really horribly sick. For the rest of you, it's like downtime.
Boring.
You'll find things to do with your time. It's like dangerous downtime.
Best
You
kind
guys
of
fall
downtime.
back into the ruins of the tavern, taking cover, trying to be quiet about it, making sure that you're not lighting any fires or anything of that nature. What do you do with the ever-burning torches? They do
I-
give off smoke.
I get rid of mine a long time ago. I left it
Define
there.
get rid of.
I left
Okay,
it
so
there.
that's back in the Temple of Ra.
Yeah, A3 would have had his. Okay.
Can bury it in the sand.
I think E3 on spotting, because Ashley forgot that he was carrying it. I think E3 on spotting the skiff, presuming that's what it is, would have left it at the monument.
Okay.
Presuming that's where they're going to go to, so it's,
Sure. I'm trying to think if there's any other big things I need to call you guys on.
I'm just gonna leave mine like in a pile of sand somewhere, I guess.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll
So
do the same as Marco.
none of you guys are keeping them, though.
I don't
Okay.
want
Yeah.
cancer in 5
I
years.
want to retrieve it afterwards.
Well, you're an Azamar. They're like immune to cancer. I think that's one of the Azamar
I see.
ancestral resistances. Okay. It's about 20 minutes before you can see figures moving in the square. Skeletal figures. You do see one of them pick up the torch.
I mean, we could just go hit them a lot.
How many figures are there?
Right now, 3.
We could just go hit them a lot.
It's not the smart
They
idea.
seem to converse,
Okay, I'll go hit
but
them.
for
a
now
lot.
they're just out there.
I was joking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but what if they bring more?
I would quite like to watch E3 and Cora blow up some skeletons.
Me too.
Entertain me, peasants.
I mean, technically I am above you guys. Maybe not Cora, but
Wow.
The one with the
What?
torch drops it, and you see all 3 of them sort of hastily backing away, almost fearfully, and then
Oh,
running for their beached sandrunner.
good.
Or, I'm sorry, sky sail. Sky skate. There it is. Sky
That
skate.
takes care of that.
Is that Askill being like, no fucking combat for you?
No.
No,
I
I'm
was deliberately
joking.
waiting. I gave it a minute.
I am joking. Yeah,
But we could
so
also
they don't
take
like the fire. That makes
their
sense.
boat.
Dry bones. I
What
mean,
if-
our skip still. I can't remember. We put it somewhere.
I think we hid it in like the side of the what's it called? The
I
plaza
thought we
thingy.
parked it like
You
right
took
here.
yours. Yeah. You guys carried it inland, so it couldn't be.
Yeah, we've got.
You see, as they're in the like they're all around their sky skate. Another 2 land at the edge of the esplanade, but you can see them sort of gesturing like they're talking with the other 2 crews. Do you do anything?
Does
no.
anyone wait? They don't have lips.
Yeah, can anyone skull read?
Yeah, Lorian in the Friday game does. Is that helpful?
On skeletons?
Not even
That's
a little.
impressive.
Do they have lips
yeah,
to read?
honestly, I might
No.
have something to say about skeleton lip reading.
Okay,
but,
she has a feat for it, bro.
For lip reading. They don't have lips.
They have skelly lips.
They have.
They
have
don't.
jaws.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, but the jaw just goes like.
Is there no meat left on those lips? Oh, fair
No.
enough. I see.
Read the definition
What?
of skeleton.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's meat attached to the bones. You never know.
That's a zombie.
No, not all the time.
Well, actually, I'm pretty. Nope. Don't get derailed. After a few minutes of them conversing, all 3 cloud skates sail away, back up the Narrows. I will note, by the way, that the obelisk has not chimed since you put the star gem in it.
That's good. Not ratting us out.
Seems like the skellies are scared of the fire as well. That's good. So, resting, huh?
All right. So, how do you guys want to approach this?
Does anyone need anything fixing?
No.
I think so.
Medora does not cast her cozy cabin. The bedrolls from the tent are being set up as you guys are discussing the skellies.
Rude. I got used to sleeping in comfort.
I want to speak to the manager.
Then I guess, as with nightly watches, I'm going to kind of glaze through time in brief. If you want a scene or if there's a specific moment, speak up, and I will stop there, and you can do the
There's a
thing. Otherwise, I'm
downtime
going to glaze through.
activity I'm interested in.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's called Promote the Circus.
What?
That is an adventure specific.
Oh
That
man!
is not.
I want to promote Marco's
Do,
Circus.
do,
If you want that, go
circus.
play Extinction Curse.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I would love to play Extinction Curse, so let's jam that. That's the dinosaurs
well, I
one.
guess I won't do that then.
Yeah, turns out, shockingly, there is no circus in the abandoned, cursed city of stone in the
We
middle
can
of the
make
Desert
one.
of Desolation.
We've got 2 days.
It's still daytime, right? It's like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Not even.
I think
I
I
believe at
should-
present
Yeah,
it
it
is
was like 8:30.
It's 8:21:06.
Okay. Is Selene going to sleep?
Given the opportunity, absolutely.
Okay.
She's supposed to be lazy for once.
Ithri's going to work on crafting some runestones.
Okay.
Cora's gonna work
Uh,
on crafting taffy and other candies.
Each of you should have a button for that. Yes.
Crap, you going to do a roll crafting check?
Probably.
Uh-huh. On the crafting tab, it should be there with like whatever recipe or formula you
Knowledge, repair.
I don't. You
corner,
didn't give me a recipe.
craft.
You didn't make a recipe, you mean?
Correct. So how do I?
I'm gonna see what happens when
How do I
Ithri
just
does
make a
his,
recipe?
and I'm gonna try to imitate that. Okay. Critical, of course. Wow, that is a double critical. Jesus. Your attempt is successful. Each additional day spent crafting reduces the materials needed by an amount based on your level +1. Okay, so are you wanting to use full materials? Because it would take... Oh. It would take 4 days to make normally. To make it in 2 days, you would have to spend
30 gold.
the full... Yeah, the 30.
Let's do that. I'll make one.
Okay, so you're able to make 1 runestone. Nice. Just make a friggin' crafting check, Cora, I guess.
There's also an action called long-term rest. Maybe that works for Selene.
I think that's 7 days, isn't it?
No, it
It
says
is.
a day and a night.
I would
Oh,
like
is
to
it?
do
Huh?
this I'd like to
It's-
do this mythically, by the way.
Hang on, I'll put it in the.
You and your mythic
Do
fucking
it.
taffy.
Okay, I
Mythic
don't have
taffy.
crafting training.
Okay, so rewrite fate. You know what? The people wanted mythic taffy. The people are getting mythic taffy.
They did?
Hey!
It was specifically requested.
Oh.
I see. So long-term rest wouldn't help with the drain condition, unfortunately,
Yeah.
only with hit points.
Yeah, but she loses
But-
like when she regains her drain, the hit points don't come back, right? So she needs to regen those. I don't know.
No, they should come back, especially because
Oh.
you've got a healer in the party who can basically restore them at
Yes.
0 cost.
They're building
That's fine.
taffy, so they're busy.
We've
He's
also
a
got a
healer.
key who can spell.
He's talking to
heal.
lizards somewhere.
I'm gonna use pineapple or use some kind of new fruit or something if I can.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that coconut that Medora threw at Marco this
Yeah, I'll
morning.
use that.
Coconut
Rolled
taffy.
past Marco and right into Cora's recipe bag.
Yeah.
Um,
How convenient.
coconut taffy. Actually, I would eat that. I would eat the shit
Ooh.
out of pineapple and or coconut taffy. I'm just saying.
I made pineapple last time, I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
Are you gonna re-roll that or
Do I need to? Oh.
yes?
Heroically.
You're
How do
using
I do
rewrite
it with
fate,
the-
Fate.
So
How
just
do I...
just roll it again, and we're gonna add plus 21 to it.
Oh, okay.
Can you not right click and re-roll with?
I don't. So because it's not a hero point, it doesn't really work
Okay.
that way.
I
'Cause it's a
still, it's
special ability.
11.
I mean, you rolled
Hopefully,
better.
there's some modules that come out soon that like implement the mythic rules a little better.
So it's plus 20.
21.
Plus 21.
So it's 32.
32.
32.
That's some good
Total.
taffy.
It
I
beats
mean-
the DC in the spirit of Ashlow. What level is the Fanged? Rune, do you know what level that was?
I can probably find out. Give me a second.
I found it. It's 2.
It's 2.
15 for 15 gold, Cora. You can make a batch of coconut taffy.
15 gold? Okay. Wow, why do I have so much gold on me?
That's like
Is this Marco's gold?
3
that.
months' wages for an average person.
So, in U.S. dollars, 15 gold would be 150.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
what
It's
was
not
it?
as bad
The
as I was
candy business is very lucrative.
No, the silver piece. One silver piece is like a $10 bill. So, sorry, it would be
$100,
about
so-
$1,500, $1,500.
That's
So yeah, about one paycheck from work. Depending on where you work.
The other thing I want to do is practice a new move. But that's not really mechanical, I guess.
So regarding the taffy, I will say one batch entails. I don't know much about taffy making. I don't know how many pieces are in it.
Why don't you let me figure that out?
Find out. Yeah, it's one average batch
Infinite
of
taffy.
and you're able to work
Infinite
on
taffy
some
glitch.
martial forms.
So
Hate
once
that
A
this is where
specific-
we've
dozed
gone
off,
with mythic.
and the
A
other
s-
2 are crafting, Medora's gonna slip out and wander across the city to the north.
Okay.
Bye.
You brat.
What about Marco? He's not doing anything.
Can I look for treasure or something?
I can explain why I'm out, but why are you out?
Just Medora and Marco sneak out
Hmm.
2 different sides of the building, come around, they're like,
Shit.
Well, let me ask this: would you guys buddy up for this, or would you be separate here?
I mean, I
You're
wouldn't
telling me she'd go
follow
to the
Marco
north?
elsewhere. I would just go to the north, and then her plan is to just sit and be.
I guess I'm more
Sounds-
asking, like, do the players want this to be a scene, or would you rather this to be a solo endeavor each?
We can walk there together.
What did I steal
Okay.
from them while you
So then here's you ready for the big brain justification?
Uh-huh.
Medora, as you reach the Temple of Balder, Marco is what's the fantasy equivalent of wandering around with a metal detector?
Does he have
It's
like two
scraping
sticks?
his
He's got a
suit over some dust or something
Has
to
he
check
got a
like if
shovel
there's
and he's just
more gold
dropping
drains.
it? You're just dropping a shovel and waiting
Like
to
Wait.
hit.
dousing with a shovel?
Wait,
Yeah.
Marco, do you have a net?
Net. No.
Oh, well.
Or
that's
would I
He's
have a
just
net?
taking
He's
the
just poking
shovel from
about,
earlier.
like looking for
Because
maybe
you could
some
use the net to
offerings
find
or.
shit.
What? How? In the water maybe, but
No, you rake it through the sand, and that's how you.
oh.
Look, it's not perfect, but
I have.
it's better than a shovel.
I have rope. Oh, I have a
Metal
what's it called?
detector.
A hook shot hook thingy. The hook for a hook shot. If I hang that on a rope, maybe I could be like sand fishing for like tires or something.
Sure. Sure. Just looking for
Big
So-
treasure.
Marco, depending on how wrapped up in that, I leave it to your discretion if you'd notice Medora. Medora, it's pretty clear. Like Marco's got no reason to be hiding while he's doing this. You just sort of see him out in the rings of the temple to
Digging.
Balder.
Would you actually be in the Temple of Boulder doing this?
No,
or
I
would
don't
you
think so. That'd
No.
be.
Because you can't take anything in there, right? Ithri said we got to leave it all
But
at the door.
you know how they said like you gotta leave stuff
Not what I
outside.
said.
Maybe he's checking if somebody left stuff outside. Like
Okay. Nearby.
Okay.
We'll say just out, like nearby the temple.
On the outer ring, yeah.
She's gonna.
Specifically, it was
Oh.
everything wooden, just as a reminder.
oh.
Askell, can I do that?
What's that?
Cast the spell I just put in there.
So I kind of have to say it out loud for the sake of so people following along are keeping up with what's happening. Unless there was a something specific that you need it to be hidden.
No. More just so I
Okay.
could sneak up on Marco and just
Okay.
like wait
yeah,
for
yeah,
him.
yeah.
So I've just go
Um,
invisible. I
Seeing
move
him.
when he moves. And
Yeah.
then
Okay.
as
Is
the-
this
as
heightened
the
or
hook
regular?
swoops. This is regular.
Okay. So yeah, seeing that, you just wink out of sight. Little tiptoe footsteps in the sand. Marco fishing, digging.
And then I'm going to wait for him to sort of be distracted but follow the pattern of where he's looking. And then you know what? I'm looking through my stuff. I'm gonna bury like 1 copper piece. 1 copper piece. Then I'm gonna bury
Oh, that's mean.
and then I'm gonna bury a silver piece. And then I'm going to put the snake print undies that he gave me.
Ow.
All right, so Marco, as you're going along with this, and since invisibility lasts about 10 minutes, over the course of about 10 minutes, like you're like, ooh, it's copper. But there's something there. Maybe there's more. You find another copper, and you heard her natural progression
Mm-hmm.
until you find the snakeskin undies.
What
you
the
doing?
fuck? Looks
Midori
around.
just pops back into existence, laughing hysterically.
You took off your underwear just to prank me?
Worth takes them back, wanders off into the temple, says nothing else.
Okay.
Make sure you wash
Okay.
them before you put them back on. You're gonna have sand everywhere.
It's gonna be gritty.
Okay. Does Marco follow? Stay here. You gotta let me know.
Maybe I'll sneak after her to watch what she's doing.
Okay.
I don't have any wood
Curiosity.
on
Like
me
at first, you're like, okay, well.
Gotta see where that auntie is going.
Okay. Oh no. That got weird.
Yeah.
Midora, you walk into the Temple of Baldur. As per last time, it is more somber here. There's an element of ancient will sort of runs over you as you enter.
She wants to kind of walk and just put a hand, like her hand sort of grazes over each pillar as she passes, feeling its magic, her magic, sort of time, fate. It's all kind of blurring a bit together for her.
Okay.
And if Marco's following, she's kind of talking what would probably seem to be to herself. Sometimes in third person, sometimes in first. Talking about memories that are confusing, that belong in a different place and a different time. Talking about different people that she's seen, different ways that she could go. And then she's going to stop where her and Ithri went in. She's going to go back into where the boulder little altar is, where they met Boulder, or who was assumed to be Boulder.
The shrine at the back.
And she's going to climb up there and sit there for about an hour and see if Boulder makes an appearance again, I guess. And this time she's walked anti-clockwise. Wait, I walked anti-clockwise last time. She's walking clockwise this time. And then she continues her circle around after that hour. And then she's just going to sit in the middle of the Norn's podium. And she's just still sort of talking, sometimes silent, sometimes nothing.
What's interesting, and only really perceptible to you, you're familiar with ley lines.
Mhm.
And we've mentioned before that time has something similar, that you can sort of see threads of time or destiny or fate, whatever you want to call them or think of them as. Just you can see these different threads here and there. All threads pass through this point, this nexus, but none of them anchor. They just pass through. Like almost like a viewing station on a cosmic scale. A place where an entity that can see such things can examine, can know. They're not tied here, but they can be seen through the existential glass, if you will.
She is going to project her thoughts and open her mind to the possibility of just being an anchor point for her patron to see her, see the progress, and just be. She's not asking for anything. She's just there.
Okay. And in the same vein as these threads being like on the other side of a window, so too are you in a way. You can feel these ancient eldritch beings that see here, that maybe even visit here. But they're not here for you. It's like they're on the other side of a glass and you can't reach them. All you can do is know about them. Maybe they're not even here. Maybe you're just seeing one specific thread, examining the one in which they are here, to examine all else. If the tales of the Norns are anything like what Ithri has described, they're both here and not here. They are here for the threads where they are answering questions, and they're not here for the other threads where they're not answering questions. They're sort of not really tied down to any one thread of fate, reality, time. It's a very intense place of power. Cue the Witcher 3 Geralt line. This is a place of power. It is. If you were to cast time magic here, there's a good chance it would be heightened. But you can't exactly take a place like this with you. But if you ever need to, like, perfect a 10th level time stop spell, this might be the place to go. And you can feel that, the immensity. In fact, there's a good chance that some of the 10th ranked spells that Martek cast, remember, he's famous for a prophecy of 1,000 years in the future. There's a pretty good bet his prophecy was born right on this very spot. And it is no coincidence that the tomb of this archmage would be so close to this point. There's just no way. So
she just sits and she lets that wash through her.
Yeah, basking basically, soaking in it.
And she's going to use that as her sort of refocus, reset after the last however long, until she's going to try and sneak back before Selene wakes up.
I'm going to go so far as to say I'm bestowing upon you a minor boon. You are so able to channel, I don't want to say a third eye, because you're not a psychic per se, but it's the same, it's the time traveler's equivalent. That once, not per day, just once, period, as a free action, you can regain a focus point.
Okay.
Just from like bathing essentially in this energy that is the very essence of all of your powers and of the very nature of the being you channel. And Marco, it's boring as shit.
Yeah,
How
after a
long do you think
while.
it'd be until?
Well, I don't know. Maybe the first
She's not even
hour or something.
holding the damn undies. She put them away.
He's gonna just shake his head and like trot off, sneak around somewhere else in the city.
Okay. Yeah, there wasn't much treasure being found here anyway.
Yeah, you got 2 coppers and a silver.
Yeah,
What more do you
I
want?
got those.
Is there anything else?
Hey, Ithri,
Yes.
have you seen Majora and Marco?
I was busy. Should I? Do I need to? Is that me? Am I?
No, no.
My own Marco duty.
I'm sure it's fine. You want a piece of taffy?
It looks like you're still in the middle of making it. Does it?
I want you to test it and tell me how it is.
Does it
It's
like? Oh yeah,
coconut.
sure. Sure. What? I was a coconut once. Ethereal.
I thought you threw coconuts.
Yeah, I did. It was
What a
close.
strange way to relate to that conversation.
Ethereal's
I
got
was
very
like-
strange ways of relaying.
Is it good?
You know what? It's the best desert made taffy I've ever had.
Okay, cool. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Back to making taffy.
Back to making runes.
I don't know how one makes taffy.
Could show you. If
I
you
bet you
bother
by
to
this
ask.
point Ashley does.
There are some
sure
very
do.
satisfying videos on the internet that show you how to.
If anybody cared, you could ask.
Well,
Anyway, she goes back to making taffy.
Ethereal might care if it gets him more taffy, but he's
A
busy.
lot of arm work. You three would be exceptional at rolling it.
Noted.
So would Marco for different reasons. Anyway, time passes.
Oh my god.
The day wanes.
Hmm.
During the night, at this point, I don't think we need to go back into it again. We can, if you want, we can roll and see if there's any more nightly phantasms.
No,
Are they
I've had
still
enough.
evil, or are they gonna be like
They've
much
been
nicer
cleaned
now?
out, right? We've reset this place. Sod it. They're gone.
You have not.
No more. They're gone.
You know what? Let me just find one. I won't give you any rolls or affect you with it, just for like a fun little story. How about that?
Go for it.
During the night, there is an apparition that will appear. It appears like in the square and tries to approach. You guys sort of have enough vigilance to keep them away, but it looks like sort of a beggar, and they come begging, asking if you can spare any scraps, as if they're alive, like they're trying to fool you, but you can clearly see they are a ghost. And like you can even see the knife concealed behind her back.
What a bitch.
But true to all of the apparitions in this place, it's not real. And what you say probably doesn't matter, because before that knife ever comes into play, before you can give anything or refuse to give anything, she withers, her cheeks sinking in, her body becoming gaunt, starving in a moment, and then disintegrating, blowing away into the night. Just more starvation. And throughout the night, there's more apparitions, elephants, camels, caravans, mobs, always in every single one. It really boils down to abandonment and starvation.
It's a shame, Cora. If the city had been living, then your Taffy would have probably been a hit.
I don't know if I could make enough to feed everyone.
He will confirm there's no lizards out here to talk to. There's no bugs to dig out of the sand. There's no life seemingly on this island in the glass sea. There is nothing. No birds, no desert jackasses.
Why'd you have to remind me of them? Do you think our camels are okay with our desert, guys?
How long have we been here? 2-3 days? 4?
It was 2 days. You're now wanting to stay here another 2 days.
I'm sure that
Camels will be fine.
So this evening would make it 3 days.
I could always get up and go feed them.
Won't Selene be done with her being drained after this night?
Yes.
You said
After
you
the
wanted to stay
second
2
night.
days.
Yeah, but I think she said that because she didn't know that
Two
she
long
can
rests,
rest
effectively.
today, right?
I could do that. Whatever takes less time to do it.
We're speed running this long rest.
I would like that
Well,
very much.
So for the drain condition, there is no avoiding the 2 days.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
Not 2
thought
rest
you have
periods.
to just... Oh.
It takes
it's
2
2
full
full 24
days
hours.
for drained. Right, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look, I just don't
Drained
wanna
is a
find
nasty one. That's one of the probably in the bottom 3 conditions you want to have,
something- Look, I just
along
want
with doomed and petrified.
all my spells back. Not my spells. My health back and my stats.
So
It's okay. You get more dreams. Just nice ones, though.
Yay! This is probably the first time in her life since she was a wee little lass that she's had good dreams. The
yeah,
first day
well,
she
about
wakes
that.
up like, oh, I had a nice dream. And then Askel's
Well-
going to interrupt the second one, so please proceed.
I was gonna say,
Are you interrupting the second or third?
so all of your dreams, There is an active participant, which is why you're not allowed even one without it
Oh.
being ruined.
Oh, okay.
The active participant of whom you are aware always finds ways to ruin it. If you're having pleasant memories, then it's by way of just a voice reminding you that how nice it must be to have these pleasant memories. You know, unlike all those you've betrayed, left behind, disregarded for your own convenience. But hey, you were just following orders, right? Can't be evil. No one who's just following orders can do great evil, can they? And so on. I'm not going to get into each of the because you are given what should be a good dream repeatedly. He just won't let you have it.
So, the second morning after I've had good dreams, because I don't know Medora's doing it. Cora, can we talk?
Sure.
Do you have good dreams? Like, regularly?
Every night.
Fuck you! I mean... had two pleasant, mostly nights. Is that normal? Is that what you're supposed to experience?
So you haven't seen he hasn't come back?
I haven't seen Ravik in a little while, no.
Well,
But-
that's good.
And if
I mean,
anybody wants
it's-
to overhear, you're more than welcome to.
I mean, that's good, because I said, like, that doesn't sound like him, right?
He's been in such disdain for so long, I wouldn't know.
I know, but the stuff you said that you told me he said before, that's not something somebody who's supposed to look out over you would say. But
If it's
I
not
mean-
Ravik, then... Oh, god damn it. Did I use...
I don't know, can he talk to you in your dreams?
I don't know what
You've
that
been
bastard
hearing
could
these
do.
things since before you knew Ayus existed, by the way. This has been... Remember,
Yeah.
I believe in the very first game session of Water Under the Bridge, I think it was happening, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was in the boneyard with an upside down Deva as a skeleton.
I'm just saying, a Deva, at least from everything I've heard and read, and that's just not. But I guess your circumstances are kind of unique.
So, if I'm having good dreams, am I on the right path?
I think so. I mean, from what
That's
I've read psychologically, your dreams are just your brain, processing the day. So,
Psychologically, we have those studies here.
yeah, you got to study the brains.
Does a necromancer like pull it out and...
No, not like that. Well, some probably do.
Much faster that way.
Very weird therapy, that one.
And then they just put it back as if nothing
So
happened.
just
There's
put a
also
healthy
some-
one in.
Some, taboo stuff like lobotomizing, but that's not really that's kind of a no-no. But I pretty much have good dreams all the time, so maybe I'm not the right person to ask.
The only other one like me.
Well, maybe if we ever see any other ASMR again, we could ask them.
Oh yes, just walk right up. Do you have bad dreams? Do you have
Yeah.
good dreams?
Well, we know
How
one
do
or
you
two.
sleep?
We could ask them if we ever see them again.
You mean Lareth? Thrommel?
Yeah,
My father?
yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thrommel. Or Lareth, if we ever saw him again.
No, thank you.
I thought Rommel was a sweetheart.
I love
Thrommel was a
Thrommel.
sweetie pie.
I love Thrommel, but I don't know how like entangled he is with Daddy-O. So
Also, it's unclear just how much activity how many of his neurons are actually firing.
yeah, he might actually get like the best sleep anybody's ever gets ever because it's just darkness.
Bed, pillow, head, gone.
Wake up
Flatline.
in the morning. Oh, hey guys.
Nothing. Did you say Thrommel?
Yes.
Thrommel. Hi, Medora.
I thought about him in ages.
I think about him quite often, as my brother.
Yeah, that's our brother. I
That's-
mean,
Yeah.
Seleni's brother.
It is our
No,
brother.
I know that, but he was missing.
I know.
I hope we can find him. We're kind of saving the world and stuff. We haven't really had a chance to.
You don't get a chance to do anything.
Yep, I hope he's okay.
Where
I
is
felt really-
keep her taffy right now?
I felt really bad about the whole vampire thing. Huh? Oh, I have it in batches in my bag. Do you want some taffy?
This lady's just gonna kind of like reach in there and let me try this one.
Oh, I boiled a couple too long. They turned into lollipops. You want one?
No,
Cora
Not-
eats one.
I figured you'd like it more. E3, do you sleep well?
Yeah.
Asleep.
Is
Poke,
it-
poke.
Yeah.
I sleep for a long time. I try to.
We know.
We're here to sleep a long time, not for a great time.
What's the specifics of the question?
You have nightmares?
Yeah.
Oh, every night?
Oh no.
No, every night.
Interesting detail. In the last few weeks, most of the nightmares you've had are of moments you didn't live.
Bitch.
Who are you referring to?
You
Ithri.
probably.
They're memories, just not Ithri's memories.
They're my memories.
I've had.
Ever since you sort of accidentally got your foot in the door and opened up the two-way radio,
Yeah. I
you've
knew.
been getting
Yeah.
some of her nightmares bleeding into yours.
E3, you could talk about it if you want to.
I mean, like, it used to be, like, stuff I understand, like being eaten by a wolf, or some of you guys being eaten by a wolf, or my brother being eaten by a wolf, or
A lot of wolves in here.
I have a brother who's a wolf. Maybe I could put in a good word for you.
no thanks. I'd rather the
okay.
wolves just weren't interested.
Oh,
The
okay.
irony of that
Who-
probably being the same wolf in question is not
Yeah, yeah.
But
Is he grey with a white bit on his snout?
Yeah, how'd you know?
but recently, just very different. I'm not really sure why. He
Like
lies.
different how?
Like they're not my usual things. Like
Like instead of wolves, it's bears?
no, like it's not people I know or things I understand.
Oh.
You remember
Not
Nova
per-
used to
not
have the
per-
You
Weird
should
weirdest
keep a
dreams,
dream
though.
journal, E3.
Is it just part of doing
I want
this
to forget
job?
them.
It might be somebody trying to tell you something.
Then I definitely want to forget them.
Well, what
People
if you
trying to
need to know?
tell me stuff is generally means I've got work to do.
What if they can only communicate to you in the dreams?
Our devas communicate in dreams.
Yeah.
Don't.
What if you have a deva? A dwarf deva?
Ether, can you spell?
Ithri is a dwarf diva.
No, deva.
I don't
Marco,
like.
do you have bad dreams?
Sometimes, I guess.
No, you probably drink about tits.
Surely you can't have a
Well-
bad dream about those.
Or he fights his way out of his bad dreams, I guess. Mighty Monsieur Marco, hero of. Where are you from again?
The Andalon.
Yeah. Andalon.
Why did you say it like that?
Cora didn't say nothing to nobody.
It's accurate.
Just like you're a architect, right?
Archaeologist.
Yeah. That.
Whoa, you're an architect too?
And really good at digging up hidden civilizations and coins and things.
Mm-hmm.
What? That's oddly specific.
Corvanian.
That's
I
what
pranked him.
archaeologists do, though.
Ah.
Copper here, copper there. The snake undies that he seems to think are going to be a really good match for you and I.
Oh.
Snake undies.
Oh,
It's
I think this is in a
Corvanian.
different
It's
language.
Corvanian.
And I just respond, you want me to put it in his backpack?
I understood one word of that.
Some-
Why are you talking in a language I don't understand?
I'll lean over to Cora. We're gonna prank him again.
Again?
So, an interesting note that has not up to this point come up. Ithri, you currently understand, though you maybe can't speak, but you understand fluently both Andalonian and Corvanian.
Oh.
Would I understand that?
It has not come up, but
Would I understand that it is a different language, or is it just like I inherently understand it as if it was coming?
Well, like the speech is different. You just understand it.
yeah, I would say it's natural. It's like you learned those languages and somehow just don't remember learning them. So
Given-
you hear what they're saying, and it's
What Cora just said.
just
you
coming
probably...
through the filter of she knows those languages. One of them is her native language.
What, Andalon?
It's just natural. You just. It might be a little surprising that you're like, wait, I actually I followed that,
Hmm.
Oh,
and it might.
now does he give it away?
Cora just yells, again? And that's it.
She gets bopped.
Ow!
In Andalonian.
No, I don't
Oh.
speak Andalonian. What do you mean bopped in Andalonian?
Bop. Same meaning, different language.
Ow.
But that's it. What about you, Madara?
I don't think I have dreams. I see something else.
That's concerning.
Surely, if you see something, that's dreams.
Can you guys hear my
Are
cat
dreams
snoring, by the
real?
way?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Are dreams real? In what sense? Are the ghosts out there real?
Yes.
Then yes.
Then maybe I dream. I definitely see stuff. But how do you tell the difference between visions and dreams and prophecies and
I don't know. I don't have visions or prophecies.
I don't know if I do.
I guess if you can touch it, makes it real.
Yeah, but how do you touch a vision? Or how do you touch a dream?
I feel like that's something Nova could have done.
Touched. But I mean, this is all getting very
Philosophical, yeah.
In heads,
Philosophical.
and I'm not very good at in heads. Then not to try to not to be in mine.
Either you're not very good at head, you should really fix that.
I'm okay with that. It's fine. Hasn't killed me yet.
Just waiting for Marco to have a comment.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, he has the right height for it.
You guys are
As-
monsters.
Or like, wait till you get with
I
it
know.
off.
As the topic of reality comes up, in particular on if something can't be touched, seen, heard, is it real? Ithri, I need you to make, I guess at this point we might as well call it perception to see what you are able to just pull through the door.
I'm sure you want it to be perception?
I
That's
know
initiative.
you are
Don't roll-
godlike at that.
Don't roll initiative.
So I'm aware that the chances of failure are slim, but yes, that is the roll.
Hang on. Perception unspecified? Seek or sense
Mhm.
motive?
Sense motive.
Ooh.
The idea here being that ever since you cracked the door open, she almost can't stop you from picking up on things anymore.
I feel like
And in this case,
Ithri's also not trying. It's almost accidental.
with the door open, though, she's gotten a lot worse at self-control. She's cracking. And it's getting worse, and it's something that you've probably noticed in the last few weeks especially. She is unraveling is not quite the right word. It's like you put a crack in something that was highly pressurized, and it is, she can't hold it in anymore. It's bursting out. You get a strong sense this time of this primal fear of non-existence and this soul-crushing loneliness. This longing for something so simple, just to be seen, heard, felt, to exist. That's all. She isn't even fully cognizant that you picked up on it. That's the extent to which she is cracking. As you were.
Oh, Medora, Marco, have some taffy.
That's pretty good.
Sure, I'll try it. Thank you.
I
Hey,
will take a
Cora.
piece and stick it in Medora's face.
I bite it,
I lick him.
and then I lean over to Cora, and I whisper, I don't want you to feel left out or get the wrong idea. But I just might have pranked Marco earlier. I just buried the underwear set he gave me. He was looking for treasure, and I was just messing around.
Marco gave you a set of underwear?
It was labeled yada 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 something something something, but it was I don't know. I don't really know
Why
what
did
to
you
do
even
with it.
start that statement?
And then it was just on the bed, but I think he's trying to help with me and Selene because he knows that I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying, and well, I haven't been brave enough to use them, so I decided to use them for a prank instead.
What do
Sounds
you
like her.
mean you haven't been brave enough to use them? What are you going to use them for?
Underwear.
What do you mean? You just wear them.
Yeah, but what if she doesn't like them?
They're just. What do you mean?
She's all like, dark and mysterious and amazing and well,
Don't you just take off your underwear anyway if you're doing that stuff? What does that
I don't
matter?
know.
The wrong person to
Stuff.
talk to.
About presentation.
Both like I feel like Cora and Medora's heads just go.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think everyone's perception is so high that we could still hear it. We're just like, oh, look at that ceiling.
Except Marco,
If it starts
who's like,
humming really
Yeah.
loud.
but yeah, didn't want you to. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't have the wrong idea or I didn't right idea. I didn't have any idea. I don't have any ideas.
Well, Marco gave me something to maybe help with me and Selene.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept the tear. The boulder's tear. Askell, correct me if I'm wrong, has the boulder's tear lost all color and things? Is it no longer an amber
It
teardrop
is-
or is
It is worthless at this point, yeah.
but it's still teardrop shaped, right?
It is.
Well, I wanted to give this to you, and then it's a memory treasure. It's not some gem or some coin that he would stash away and, like, I don't know, gamble away, spend on drink. But it's something you guys did together. And you know,
Well-
if you and Marco are having a thing,
Do you want me to give this to Marco?
no, I want you to keep it. But if you and Marco want to do anything, it's a memory treasure rather than a value treasure.
Okay. She'll just hold her hands out and take it.
I'll stick it in the stash for you. It's still labeled amber, but it's obviously just a glass thing.
I just deleted those other things. Okay, I'll add it.
It's in the stash.
I think he more likes big, pretty gems. Anyway, I don't know if he would like this, so maybe I'll just hang on to it.
I think sometimes
Big tracts of land.
I think sometimes eventually we can realize what's important to us beyond treasure. I mean, I've only got a few left from the handfuls I used to have. Instead of my gems, I've got books.
Oh yeah, can I read that book you were reading the other
Which one?
night?
The diary of
Yeah, the diary.
I've got 4 books, and you may read some of them.
This one.
It's not ready yet,
Oh, okay.
but one day.
Okay, this one.
Sure. She'll just hand you the Corvanian culture.
Okay.
How did you get on with the
Didn't she read that already?
Ithri one?
Good. Do you want that back?
I
do
don't
you
mind
want it?
carrying it for you.
Oh, okay. No, I'm okay. I got my sleeves.
Okay.
It's not in
Um,
Corvanian, is it?
No.
Okay. Then I can read it.
Corvanian culture is in the stash for you. I'm just unencumbering myself book by book.
Yeah. Just gonna invent story
You don't
reasons
realize
so
it,
people
but
don't
I've
throw it away.
I've nearly emptied half my inventory today.
Cora's just gonna take the book, look at the tier, look at Marco, look at the tier, look at Marco, then run off and read her book.
The
Cora was given a book.
second day passes once more, uneventfully. You see a couple patrols of the glass pirates. They never set foot on land. They just sort of sail about and then depart.
They're scared.
You notice they tend to favor where those stakes are on the esplanade.
There's no new deliveries, are there?
Otherwise, no. Not that I didn't roll to double check. But no, there are no new deliveries. The second day wanes on. I will note, the more that you have this time, you can tinker with it. You establish that the star gem, the star gem of Melos Palar, sort of always has a dull glow as long as it's in your hand. When you stow it, it doesn't glow, or set it down. But as soon as you pick it up, it glows. But it glows like a little miniature sun when you point it in certain directions. And you've even discerned that there's a few directions it points as such. Or it glows, I should say, as such. Northeast, north by slightly northwest, and straight west.
Is that
But you
where
find
we
that
need
it
to
glows
go?
the brightest to the northeast, the first one that you found.
I give it to
I will
Key because he's
add-
our guide.
It is more northeast than the Narrows, so it's a little more north of the Narrows, but still northeast.
I'm gonna give it to Key because he's our guide.
Okay, well,
Key.
keep it in your character sheet
compass.
until
Yeah.
Blaze is here to...
Yeah.
That's one of those things where, like, I don't even want to put it in his character sheet. I want to make sure that he physically does the drag and drop so he remembers it's there.
Yeah, because I'm
and
gonna
knows
be
where to
like,
find it.
here, Key, here's your nice glowing magical compass.
Next session, we're just like, Key, where should we go? And then he doesn't know he has it, and we're just following him for 3 sessions.
Right.
Hey, I've already spent a session being salty that he did have a compass when he said he didn't, and then every session since. So now I'm giving him the compass.
So what do you guys... is there anything... I guess I should say, is there anything else you do during the second day before we move on to morning number 3?
I don't think so.
No, Ethry's still
Horrible.
busy with his runestone because that takes 2 days apparently.
Oh.
Cora will be reading about Corvadian culture.
Okay.
I dig up
During
my
the
torch
night?
before we leave.
Yeah, you can do that. During the night, you do see a few phantasms. You see a hooded spectral figure materialize and then sort of wander off toward one of the nearby ruins, beckoning to be followed, but then not really reacting when you ignore it, and then disappearing into the ruin. The more disturbing phantasm is the group of obvious mercenaries, well armed, who materialize in the street, sort of forming a phalanx. And though you see no one else, you see them begin to suffer injuries from some unseen attackers, and then screaming fall to the ground as though someone has tackled them or groups have tackled them. And you watch as they are pulled apart limb by limb and seemingly eaten.
Yummy.
until they fade. That's a fun one. Whoever notices that probably gonna have that one in their nightmares.
That's going to come back.
Year 3. Everyone's eaten by wolves.
And it's
Yep.
morning. The 22nd of Gota, if anyone has been keeping track.
22nd of Goku.
And the first morning in which Selene feels back to her old self. What'd you say? She's 22? So yeah, like she sits up. There's no popping, no as she
She's
gets out of
23. Her birthday passed during
23.
time skip.
Oh. Okay. So yeah, she to be 23. She gets up
Yeah, right.
and is moving like a normal human.
You said it was 22,
humanoid.
Goda?
It is now.
Okay. Thank you. My whiteboard of our calendar.
So, is there anything else we
Go.
need to sort before we start following your compass? Or is there any more buried treasure or any more bloody riddles we have to riddle?
How
I
come
don't
there's
think
more than
so.
just one glowy direction? Is his body cut up and buried in different places?
His
Only
body
one way
looked
to find
fine
out, I
to
guess.
me. Wasn't it in all the right... Wait. Who are we talking about?
Matek.
Oh, I see. Maybe.
I vote brightest first.
I
have to-
mean,
Put them together like Exodia.
I didn't realise.
Okay, let's head out.
Wait a second. There's something weird here.
What's up?
Where's Area 25?
I don't know.
What?
Did we miss an area?
You mean Area 41?
Yes.
Area 51?
Yeah, it's Area 51.
Asco Area 25 is like
What?
secret military
What?
I was doing
base
41
that's
as
not on the map.
keep us off that FBI watch list, you know what I mean?
I don't see Area
Hang
24.
on, I must consult my journal.
How's there a
This is-
25 if there's no 24?
24 is the Osiris Temple.
No, you're in 24.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
The Isle
That's
of the
right.
Cursed is Area 24.
Oh,
No,
Oh.
Osiris is 24.
Yeah.
I think
I
Ask
dunno,
was talking
there's
about
loads
the
of-
entire desert.
There's loads of
I mean,
writing
it's
over
10 to
numbers. I
midnight.
can't.
We could just give it a week to find Area 20.
Oh, I see. There is no Area 25. Even the journal, it goes from 24 to 26.
Well, then why are you
What?
freaking out?
Then make something up,
That's-
Asco.
No, it's fine. I was double checking because I was like, it is weird that it points in 3 directions because it says it points
Area
to Area
25.
25. But
Area
the
25 is a
descriptor
nice
for Area
star.
25 is the descriptor for Areas 26. So I was like, I thought. Anyway, yep, 3 directions.
Are we heading for the brightest one?
Surely we go. Maybe brightest is nearest. So yeah, let's do that.
Let me hang on.
Memehingham. I
What
don't.
was
I
the
don't speak.
prophecy on
Pirate.
Scovady.
the
Oh, you gotta add a lot of yars after everything.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
To be a pirate again.
uh,
Those days are
Didn't-
past.
Didn't think you liked it.
Those
last
days are
time.
those days are
Sorry.
behind me now. E3.
the
Mm.
most bright one.
Most pirate
Thank you,
one.
Aspel. Most pirate one.
Which is the most pirate-like?
You can tell it's late. Sphere of power. Sky meets shore and sky again.
So the bright one.
Yeah. Maybe the brightest one's the closest.
What
That's
if
what
they
it-
say?
that's what
Sure, and
Ithri just
try
said.
again.
This thing on? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Whoa.
Okay. So what are you guys gonna do?
Prepare the sandskiff.
We're going to the
Yeah.
brightest. Well, wait, is it out off the island?
Yes, it would have to be.
I was asking that in character, not to the GM.
Yeah, shut up,
Okay.
GM.
Oh, well,
Take
I
that.
would say just logicking it like as
Yes.
if you guys are like checking things out. it would
Ithri's
be
not
pretty
been
clear.
Ithri's not been paying attention to the shinies.
Yeah.
I feel like between Marco and Medora, we've probably wandered around with the glowing gem and been like, is it here? No.
Nice
But-
try.
Okay, we can get the boat
To
out.
the skiff.
So, the skiff, you have to take the Narrows.
Right?
Yeah.
There could be pirates or
That's
sunspots.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
fine.
either that or walk on a sea of glass.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like what? You
Board.
speak like there's an alternative and there's not.
You
We'll
board the
just get our-
cloud skate.
We could have carried the cloud skate all the way through that secret or whatever road to the other side of the island, I guess. But that
The
would be a lot
causeway?
of work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. You board the cloud skate. And after, an hour of prep time, loading all your shit back up onto it. Also, I will remind your camels are south. Do you have an intention to go south? Are you just going to go northeast? Are you going to go back for your mounts? Or are you going to...
But the glass sea was pretty limited, wasn't it? So like
Yeah.
And we
we
couldn't
would
get the
probably
camel
have to-
on the boat anyway, so
you probably have to go back to that docking station anyways, and then like walk around it, I guess, or whatever. I don't remember the map.
We're gonna need our mounts, right? So
yeah, but we can't get them on the boat.
we don't need the boat anymore, do we?
We only
Unless the-
needed the boat for the Sky Sea, right?
Can the boat
As-
go over like sand as well? Wasn't that what they
No.
originally made for?
What
no?
if one of these places
These
is in
are
more of the Sky
exclusively
Sea?
glass.
I
Medora
think,
is one of these places in the Sky Sea.
I think it's on the shoreline. I don't know.
So the camels then.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's go to the camels. And our donkeys.
Your donkeys.
Oh no.
Yeah, yours. Don't lump us in with that.
I need a confirmation from someone.
Camels.
We're going back to the
We're
camel.
going
I'm
to
the
the cam-
party leader. We do what
Ithri-
I say.
Sure. Ithri's driving.
Wait.
We're going to the camels.
Oh, but should we maybe like do like just a quick turn around in the north and northeast so we can at least see that this two that we see peeking out is not an island? Because if that's also an island, we'd be pretty fucked if we go around it and find out we can't go there, huh?
We'll have to come back for the boat.
Okay, I guess.
Unless we walk the shoreline and take the boat with us.
But maybe we'd be able to see, right, on the horizon or something, if there is like land around it.
Yeah. I just don't want to deal with pirates on the ship boat.
Okay.
Or big, giant glass worms or whatever it was.
Hmm. Yeah, there's random encounters on this. I mean, there is in the desert too, but I'd rather deal with that. So let's go to the camels. And then walk around the shore. How's that?
South?
To the
Yeah.
camels.
Okay. With that decided, as you reach the end of the Narrows, Ithri turns the wheel. The rudder shifting, glass grinding, and you guys begin to make for the side. Hey, there's 25. That is so full of shit. You are so full of shit. 25. That is not where you are. You guys continue south. skating along over the sky. And I would say that's where we end, but looking back, the city, well, may that cursed city finally rest in peace. And I think we're done.
I mean, it
To
was still pretty
wherever
haunty.
This may lead. Yeah, that is a horrible, horrible place. There's nothing there. Now there's not even treasure. There's just nothing left.
Might
Unless
have to
there's-
open up
unless
the
there's
Monsieur
coinage.
Marco's haunted
Bitter-
city, and then he charges people to go there and see the phantasms at night.
Yeah, and they go to touch, and you're like, ah, no.
Yeah, that is not a good place.
Like 30 years from now, there's going to be a traveling show called like Ghost Hunters or something, and it'll be great.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But damn, like, what a depressing place. Like,
Oh, it's
there's
not
no
happy.
laying the spirits to rest.
He liked it.
It's
I like
just
one very specific bit.
cursed.
I like the non-temple.
That was really cool. Everything else,
Yeah.
Ithri
suck
did
my
not.
dick.
Ithri did not like the
Medora would
non-temple.
live there.
Sorry, Marco. Sorry,
Fun-
Nexer, sorry.
fun
Suck my
trivia.
peen.
This was
You
very
already
popular
said
when
it.
it was released.
I know, I'm correcting myself.
People like the idea of like interacting with, oh my gosh, there's Greek gods and Egyptian gods. This is unheard of. It was very well received, that part of the adventure. So I'm glad you liked it. Sort of.
I liked.
And now on to well, you know what book 3 is titled, right?
Nope.
The
No.
Pillar of Martek.
Oh,
Ooh.
so we have to like
On
climb.
to- We'll find out. You are definitely approaching the finale, though. We still got. I mean, you haven't technically entered the namesake. Like, you know, there was the Temple of Set was the big set piece of book 2. The Pyramid of Amun Ra. You've still got the set piece dungeon, but I think that hour rapidly approaches. So, looking
Nice.
forward to closing the book on the Desert of Desolation and seeing what may lie next. I also should mention, I had a plan for the next adventure we would do, the one that was meant to be sort of the big one that would, I imagined it would be the final adventure of this campaign. I was wrong. It's too high level for this group, even with all of your powers. I think it would be devastating. So we're going to be doing a little. We got something that's going to happen in the middle, maybe multiple somethings, and it's really going to depend on where you guys go.
Interesting.
Well, I
So
know where
if
Medora
there's-
votes. Because she's already
Um,
told the person she voted.
Thematically, there's a few. There's options that fall within the scope of where you guys have talked about. Even in that, like, there's multiple options. So no one's going to miss out per se. It's just a question of, depending on the narrative thematic focus, what the actual adventure is going to be. So you can look forward to something. Even I don't know what comes after Desert of Desolation as a result.
No more sand.
It won't be sandy. Wherever it is, it
No.
won't be the desert.
I vote snow
Um,
and mountain.
What about
You'd be
what about
shocked
each
at how
episode?
few modules are Arctic. I did look, by the way. I did look.
Doesn't
it's
have
all
to be
like
Arctic.
caves and fortresses and I took the liberty of ruling out the Giants adventures.
Hmm.
Something tells me you guys aren't up for just big dungeons that are big tactical, let's fight a whole fortress of giants and then another whole fortress of giants and then a third one, but they're 3 different types of giants.
Marcus
It's just
already
Yeah.
like
done all
for
that.
war
Don't be
gamers.
silly.
For tactics enthusiasts, you might like it, but like it's just combat. Lots of really hard combat. So I've taken the liberty of ruling those out, which is a shame because one of them is frost giants, a snow dungeon.
Can we just do the one?
No,
Just the one giants,
you
actually.
don't.
Just get
Even just the
teleported
one,
there and
it's
have to
still,
survive for
like-
24 hours.
Yeah, like even that one though. What is it, Jarl of the Frost Giants or something like that? It's still just combat, lots and lots of combat, fighting things that are bigger than you and more numerous than you in creative ways. I didn't think you'd want that. So
Like E3's
if
daily
there are
job.
adventures, who am I kidding? You guys aren't. You don't know the old AD&D modules. You're not going to have requests. If you had like, could we do this one maybe? I would be open to hearing it out. But I guess also that goes out to our viewership. If anyone's like, hey, Askell, remember this one? You should have them do this one. Message me on Discord in our Discord server. You know, mention it in our tavern talk or something and be like, yo, shout out, tag, Askell. You remember this adventure? What about that one? And I will sneakily read up on it and be like, no, not that one. But then I will make a whole bunch of notes and then spend like 60 plus hours programming it into Foundry. Anyway, that's our plug for the Discord. You can find, yes, Ava, it does take that long to set these things up.
No, all I can
you
think
can-
is like you set all that time up, you doing it, and then you never use it.
If I spend that much time, I will railroad you fuckers. We're doing it. The point at which that, oh my god, I would love to do Spelljammer, but that's like a whole campaign, I feel like. Spelljammer is spaceship that takes you to other planets that are each
Oh,
fantasy
shit.
world. So like you take a Spelljammer to Dragonlance and then a Spelljammer over to Forgotten Realms or to Eberron.
Also, like our TikTok, I know I kind of borked the first video, but I will fix it. It's fine in PC view.
It's already borked? What, you announced it 4 hours ago. What could have possibly happened in 4
Is
I
it
hours?
looked at
because
it on
it's
the
like
computer.
tiny?
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be like that.
No, because like when I looked at like on the computer, it's fine, and then when I looked at it on my phone, just so you know, like the paranoia set in me, and it was like this big, and I'm like, what happened?
It looks normal on my phone.
Well,
Really?
Oh, well, at least it looked normal on your phone.
watch that.
Everyone should watch TikTok on my
watch it.
phone.
Watch that
Yes.
TikTok. Do they have channels?
Hand it over.
Watch that location for more content. Also, our YouTube channel where we put everything that we're doing on Fridays with Return of the Rune Lords, on Sundays with Desert of Desolation and Temple of Elemental Evil and that one Sunless Citadel thing that we
Askell.
did and that one Ravenloft thing and other adventures.
Hey, Askell,
From
can I
the
do
past
a slight
future.
spoiler for the Friday game? Not even. Just look for the line that I taste like fart. No context. I taste like fart.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about, and
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate everything about that.
I'll tell you after.
That's
Yeah, please.
that's no, I don't. You really don't have to. Yeah, I guess that's a great reason to check out our YouTube.
I
yes.
mean, it's like, come on, it's like a little hint of what happens, but not really at the
Just
same
a whiff?
time. Yeah, you just get a whiff of the taste of fart.
Oh dear.
Can I
Save
go
us that
now?
So yeah, I guess you can find our other adventures and horrifically cursed content. And hey, if I may be so bold, D&D Saves Christmas canonically occurred only a few years prior to Water Under the Bridge and is set in the same world and foreshadows this campaign.
It's not Christmas.
Also, it's wintry. There's a neat slide So, if you want to see a neat icy slide, that's where you go.
All
All right.
NPCs
Well,
are
we'll
gonna
be
cookie.
live Friday on Valentine's Day with
No.
Return of the Rune Lords.
Yes.
No, yes.
Yeah.
Which
the
is
14th,
it?
The 14th. That's on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. I was gonna say I thought we're going forward with that. And then more of this game next Sunday, unless there isn't. So we'll see you then. Take care, everybody, and keep watching for more.
Keep
Bye-bye.
dreaming.
Bye.